loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd. Let's go!
I'm gonna keep burying you in the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Give me a freaking break!
Every match you play feels like it's the finals.
Fire, you want fire.
And that's what the fans want to see.
That's what intense tennis is.
Welcome everyone to the Intense Arena in the heart of the Peach State, where inside these four walls, last week, history was made, a new competition model began, and the sport of tennis took a big step forward. Welcome to the Intense League. Hello everyone, I'm J.Y. Obona, and I'll be your host for tonight, where we have this team format league where men, women, same team, same court, all together with substitutions, timeouts, and a shot clock that create an action-packed afternoon that'll keep you glued to your seat. And for 2 hours today, I was glued to this seat watching the Tampa team taking on the challenge team to try to find out, will there be another upset or not? And the Tampa team really came out with some big adjustments after last week's performance. We were waiting to see, will one of the men really step up? Nori finally did, finding the forehand with the touch, but who would have known that Kate Sharabura, in her first action in the league, just really took the world by storm. And then when we got to the doubles, Nori loving it with the fans, Mr. Smiles going everywhere, huge forehands coming through left and right. And then Kate, coming in for the women's doubles portion, continued her strong play and really made a case for her to be the MVP. I'm gonna leave it as they're just co-MVPs for the match. Mixed doubles, they just sealed things. What a great match by Tampa, and what a great person we have next to us to talk about today. Unfortunately, the one who lost, so sorry, buddy, but we have Jesse Levine, the coach for the challenge team.
You got to rub that in, don't you?
I'll rub other stuff
look,
in later.
it was really unique for me to kind of experience that firsthand and coach the challenge team. I had a lot of fun out there. I think the players really enjoyed themselves as well. It was an amazing experience for them. First time out there, I think a lot of them had a little bit of nerves, but definitely the game plan was fun. I got a lot of substitutions in there, used the timeouts. I think I used them wisely. Maybe it didn't show so much on the scoreboard, but it was really fun to be out there. I almost wanted to get out there and play. I thought I was ready to go. It got me really motivated to get out there, and it was really fun. The challenge team played well, but you got to give your hats off to Tampa. They really played well, and Nori, especially at the beginning, I think he really set the tone for the team. He came out hot, had a lot of two-point winners, so that was interesting to kind of try and crawl our way back into that match. I thought maybe during the women's doubles and the women's singles that we were going to make a little bit of a run. We did at one point, and then they just came up with the goods. I mean, there was really a lot of highlight-making shots during that match, and it was fun to be a part of, but not on the losing side. I don't like losing very much, JY.
Yeah, well, we're thankful that even after that tough loss, you're joining us, as coming up shortly tonight, we're going to have Jacksonville take on the host team, Atlanta.
Sam Nicholson and play for Jacksonville, from Brighton in England, born in Bath. I got started because I had a lazy eye, my right eye, and the doctor said you need a ball coming at you. I used to wear the eye patch and everything to strengthen up the weak one. Fuel came early on, just enjoying running about, the feeling of exercise, and then later on is winning, is the joy, and I saw the opportunity you can get with college through tennis, and so I thought that's a great opportunity, leave home, come to America, see what else I can do. For me, it's the first time here and playing for Intense. I'm grateful I heard about it. Again, it's just tennis opening up doors. There's no I have this chip on my shoulder. It's, I'm lucky to play tennis and I'm just here to win, really.
And there we have a great piece, Sam Nicholson for the Jacksonville team, going from eye patch to superstar last week. Do you think he can continue that, or was he playing too on edge, too risky last week?
Well, I don't think he played too risky. I think he's really a solid player. Doesn't go for too much too soon. I think this format really benefits him because he's a really solid player and doesn't make too many crazy unforced errors. I think it'll be interesting to see if he changes his tactics a little bit and starts going for more a little bit more often and a little bit sooner in the rallies. I mean, he played a lot of the bolts last time, right? So I think maybe Coach Pistolesi will take him out a little bit and sub him, but it's really hard to do that when you got the hot hand, and Sam has had the hot hand time and time again, so it'll be really difficult to kind of take him out of the lineup if you're playing that well.
Well, we'll see. It's one thing when no one has expectations,
Yeah.
but now I bet you they're going to play him to expect some things, so we'll see how he handles it. But on the other side, Atlanta, let's just call it as it is. That was a pretty poor performance in both of their matches, but they have their head coach, Marcelo Ferrer, who could not be here last week. He's going to be here today. How much of a difference maker can he be for them?
Well, look, he's been spending the most time with the team, and he's their head coach. So I think, bringing that kind of camaraderie and that team atmosphere back. Marcelo is somebody that has some of the most unique energy out there, and he's going to do an amazing job of bringing the team together. I already saw it in the warm-ups. I've seen it just around the INTENNSE Arena, just kind of the way he kind of just brings the team together and keeps them motivated, really positive as well. So I think that's going to be a huge game changer for Team Atlanta, having Coach Marcelo back in the lineup.
Yeah, one way or another, he is going to bring the energy, one of the strongest personalities you're going to find out there. And when things are going great, he can really lead his team to victory with his energy. But we'll see how everything unfolds. And what we need to do, Luke, we got to talk about these rules that these players are going to be getting into, right? We're going to have one serve and one toss for these players, 14 seconds in between points, unlimited substitutions, only 14 seconds in between points. And when you combine that with true servers' pace, they don't have a lot of time in between points because they got to get ready, but sometimes it hurts them when they serve too fast, Luke.
Rules? We don't need no stinking rules. We got bonus ball, baby. You go for a winner, you get the winner, you get 2 points. That's the game changer. You get a hot hand, and all of a sudden, the coaches, they're going to run with it. If you're getting smoked, the coach is going to pull you. You got to play the less. It's just so many moving parts. You got to pay attention. And, of course, the teammates are getting you fired up. But you guys talked about one X factor for Atlanta. They haven't won yet. They understand it. This is their home court. They've got to do something. Coach Marcelo is jacked up. He's the X factor. We got to watch for him.
Luke, I got a question for you. If you were playing in this format, what do you think would be your favorite rule and what would be your least favorite rule?
Well, I'll be petitioning the Supreme Court. I want a 2-point play.
Yeah.
When the Jensen brothers play, we go for the torso. Right in here, big body shot. Should be a 3-point play, but it's negotiable, right? It's negotiate the tag. But to me, I want to get to the net. But the only thing is in singles, you get to the net in some deal and you lose that point, you better hustle to the right side because you're out of position for the next point. You get quick served, and then you're out. But to me, I'd like to see a little bit more action around the net and try to get a little bit more. Let's get some tags, Hammer. Get some tags.
You want some body bags.
Yes. Yes.
Luke, you mentioned the scoring system. So you hit a clean winner, it's +2. You win a normal point, it's just +1. But the interesting part earlier today was Nori getting all those +2s, but within point construction, playing within himself, not playing risky, just no hesitation when he had that opportunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to play to the score in this situation, absolutely. But I was a fire-breathing dragon. I like going for the lines. I was a big risk. We didn't win much, but when we won, it looked great. So we were always rolling the dice looking for those double sexes. I like players that play different roles. The Hebrew Hammer, we're talking about it between matches. You have a couple of role players in there, depending on the situation, when you throw in your grinder, when you throw in your weapon, the guy or girl that's going to go for weapons and big shots. So you can play your lineup depending on how the score is going.
Well, I think we can clearly see the two different game styles. As me with my little one-hander was always 20 feet back behind the baseline. That's why I don't like these +2s, because I never hit winners. I just grind it.
You're a Seminole. Give him a gator.
No! Come on.
Yes, Luke. Love it.
All right. Well, Luke, thank you. We'll come back to you throughout the day. And right now, we're going to go take a look at Atlanta's coach, Marcelo Ferrer.
My voice is like this for a reason. It's always been raspy. If people need a megaphone, I don't need it.
Give me a freaking break. Stick together, guys. Stick together.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm Marcelo Ferrer, and I'm coaching the Atlanta team. I grew up in São Paulo, Brazil. Very humble family. I grew up a soccer fan. The things that I've done for soccer is not something that I would be comfortable sharing on camera, but it's just complete insanity.
You have to share something you've done.
So we get to this stadium back in São Paulo, and brawl broke out. Exploded. Fireworks. Burned, pants flopping. Until we finally pretty much got arrested. But we won the championship. Around age 11 to 12, a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go play tennis with him at a public club. It's like, man, I never held a tennis racket, but let's go for it. And we went, just hit a bunch of balls over the fence. And the one thing that kind of made me fall in love with the game is because I'm a super competitive person. And I used to hate playing in the soccer leagues and sometimes losing games because my teammates didn't step up. So I was like, something special about this game. My family didn't have the means to be able to pay for tennis lessons. Coincidentally, a buddy of mine who used to be a ball kid at a tennis academy close to the house, and he gives me a call and asks me if I would love to come in and fill in for the afternoon ball kid who had just quit. I was like, here's an opportunity for me to make a little bit of money and actually play tennis. So I jumped on my beat-up bike and went to the academy. I tried to maximize on the opportunity of being able to listen to the coaches teaching their students and try to practice whatever they taught against the wall. I always saw every job as an opportunity to move out of that type of life. Not that we struggled in any way, shape, or form, but I just do, especially being in the tennis world, my family couldn't afford it. I'm not the most talented guy. I think God gave me the gift of hard work. I'm relentless. Here we go, T. Come on. Dale! Dale! Around age 15, the owner of the academy asked me if I wanted to become a hitting partner. So I got promoted from just a simple ball kid to a hitting partner. I just lived and breathed tennis from the day that I started. At 16, I got my coaching certification, started coaching full-time, very young, played a few futures and challengers. At the same time, this college scout saw me playing a professional tournament, ended up coming to college in 2002, but it goes to show when a player really wants it badly, you can make it work in so many ways. Played tennis for Georgia College and State University out in Milledgeville. It really made me a real student of the game. When I graduated, my coach called me and invited me to come back and be the assistant coach. Coached at that school for about 2 years, got the coaching job at Texas Tech, spent 7 years at Texas Tech that were consistently top 15, top 20 in D1. And that is what got me the exposure to be hired by Pepperdine. We're talking about a team that consistently ranked in the top 5, top 10. I've been the groomsman for a player. So those things are more meaningful than championships. The fact that to this day I talk to all these kids and I feel like I still got a connection. All of that history that I just shared with you led me to sit on this chair, coach the Atlanta team. I'm a true believer that a good coach needs to be a chameleon. You gotta be able to wear different masks and know how to approach each person. And if they don't have it, that's a red flag. The mental and even more the physical skills of the player, relentless and resilient, every day coming to work, integrity, being able to work in a team environment, honesty, all of those things, that's a no-brainer. A coach that doesn't understand those differences can hit a wall very fast. Intense just literally matches everything I'm about. I'm extremely loud, sometimes maybe obnoxious. How much did they pay you, honestly? I just double what you pay earlier. I was like that as a tennis player. In some moments, my college coach will have to get on court and tell me, take it easy a little bit. But I also think that fire ignited fire on my teammates as well, because I was always aiming for their lineup spot. Come on, team, come on. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it.
You're about to see a World Cup soccer match with Brazil playing, but it's a tennis match here. Baby. Intense. Tell me your style.
My style?
Your style.
Complete insanity. Well, you're going to get a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and full dedication. You know, like if the coach is not good, the energy will be, I guarantee you.
So you guys are 0-2 on your home court. What's got to happen?
We just got to come out with a lot more energy, just show better unity and just make better decisions. You know, the game is determined by the amount of unforced errors, and we just made way too many last weekend.
Talk about the substitution.
You know, I just think we got to do a better job when we can tell that a player is struggling a little bit. We can't hesitate to take them out. Sometimes we hesitate because we're too concerned about messing with their confidence, they're already struggling. Take them out, give them a breather, and let somebody else step in and get the job done.
Turn up the volume, baby.
Let's go, baby.
The bolts are about to happen. Let's go.
Well, there's the coach, Marcelo Ferrer. He's fired up to be back. The team is fired up to have him. But Jesse, on the other side for Jacksonville, he's a pretty darn good coach over there.
Yeah, Claudio Pistolesi is an incredible coach. I actually saw him giving some pointers to the team last night in the hotel lobby. You saw it as well.
Yeah.
That was a kind of an interesting thing. He was going over a secret strategy. He was telling me, wait till you see tomorrow what I have in store. I said, well, Coach, I said, what do you have? He goes, you'll see tomorrow. He wouldn't give me any hints or clues. So he's pretty secretive about it. But again, he's a legend. You know, he was talking about playing Connors at the U.S. Open. He's got a lot of experience. And, you know, I think he brings a lot to the table. And his players really enjoy playing for him. And that says a lot about Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see which of these two coaches can put each other over the top. But what's going to help Claudio is his team, right? We talked about Sam Nicholson earlier, Max Benson, Christina Wozniak, Annabelle Thomas, and now we have Alejandra Cruz seeing her first action for the season, the Georgia Tech player from Mexico. She's going to be a big thing, but the captain, Martin Gutierrez, we are going to see how he comes back because he had a great doubles finish last week. It's going to be amazing to see how it finishes, and let's get to the piece about Martin right now.
Would kick Tom Brady's ass in tennis. I've always loved the grind. The harder it is, the more fun it is, and I'm competitive. My brother actually started playing tennis first. My driving factor was always, I want to be better than him, better than him. He was in this little clinic with older kids, so I would beg my parents to please tell the coach I'm good enough to play. The coach said I was too young for it. So I realized I have to be better. I want to play so bad, so I kept working, and eventually I worked my way in there. I became the best one there. That's kind of where I figured it out. College tennis can be tough. I went to play at Baylor University down in Miami. I basically started on the bench. I wasn't there to be on the bench. I was there to start. So just worked really hard at that. Doing everything I could to help the team win. Even when I was off the bench, cheering them on, doing the chant before the game. It's motivating. When you're on the bench watching other people play, it's not as fun. Worked my way up, became All-American. I won with the team 4 national championships, 3 NCAAs, and then an indoor ITA. And those were the best years of my life playing college, competing. And if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way. And I've just always been that way.
That is Martin Gutierrez, the captain. You know, Sam Nicholson was the star on the court last week, but Martin Gutierrez is a spark that really brings all the energy for that team. What an impact somebody can have just with their energy, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, in this team atmosphere, you and I have experienced that in the college level, right? So, again, here in Intense, the team atmosphere, whoever team I feel like has the most energy has really been the team that's had an advantage throughout this competition. I think Martin brings a lot to the table. How about Maxwell Benson as well, the lefty? Kind of throw in the changeup. You bring the lefty from the bullpen. It's good to bring a little bit of a changeup in there and give your opponents a different look. So I think it's a huge benefit to have righties and lefties on the team, especially being able to live substitute on the fly like that. You can bring in one for a couple points. He's got a great serve. It's very effective. He actually goes for it a little bit more than most would with just the one serve. So I think it's something to watch out for. See if Coach Pistolesi brings him in a little bit more often.
Now let's talk about the other side of the net, the Atlanta team. Michaela Gordon unable to play as well last weekend. She is the captain of the team. She is going to round out what is potentially the 3 strongest women in the entire league, all on one team.
Yeah, they're very strong, especially on the women component side for Atlanta. I think she'll be excited to get out here and compete with the team. Obviously, had obligations and couldn't be here previously, but I think when you have somebody that's out and is especially the captain of your team, that just brings that extra spark and that extra motivation for the team to get going. They've had a little bit of a rough start for the first couple matches, so looking for Atlanta to try and get back on track tonight.
Yeah, well, somebody who didn't have a rough start last weekend, good old Chip Rowley. Let's take a look at him in his fun times.
How's the dew? Oh, yeah.
Chip Rowley, professional hotshot.
He told me he has 8 timeshares. He walked in here looking for a snorkel.
Do you guys have a sauna over at Windy Hills?
He asked me what kind of ginger I am. Irish red or Viking?
Well done, Ginge Ninja. Attaboy.
I mean, he's always in a good mood.
This is fun. You guys are a hoot. Oh, yeah. Tennis, baby. Yeah.
Hey, Ma. Ma, are we Irish red or Viking red?
Let's go.
I don't really know what he does, but he says that he takes his 12%.
He says he takes his, like, 7%. He takes his 9%.
Takes his 4%.
Chip Rally. Nice to meet you. Chip Rally.
Sorry?
Chip Rally.
Chip Rally.
Chip Rally.
I know. You're the best.
Chip Rally loves Intense.
It's tennis, baby. If it's got green fuzz on it, I'm there. Chip Rally in the making.
Chip Rally, coming at you.
Shunk. Name's Chip Rally. My background? I'm Polish. Woo! Enthusiasm. I'm bringing it to tennis. I love tennis. Do you guys have strawberries and cream?
Strawberries and cream?
I'm used to the Queen's tennis, you know, strawberries and cream, grass. Shh, quiet, please. That can go out the door as far as I'm concerned. This environment, I would call it intense. Am I allowed to say that? Shank you very much. Oh, flicks the topspin volley. Oh. You don't have time to think out here. Put your brain in the fridge and get out there and just use the body. I think too much. I always think about how my dad never calls me back. One day I wish, Dad, if you're out there, I still love you. Give old Chippy a call. I'm sorry, is my prestige blocking your view? The fans have been friendly.
Yeah, I see my new best friend.
That's a fun filter. Pardon me, I can't hear you over the tennis. Whoa. Oh, my golly. Remember, it's not about the wins and the losses. It's about the friends you make along the way. Thank you. I'm Chip Rally.
Well, there's the one and only, the Chip Rally. Bummer he couldn't be with us this weekend. He had to go to his 7th house in Fiji. Couldn't cancel that trip, but we certainly hope he's at least tuning in tonight on Twitch, as we also hope everybody else is tuning in on Twitch. Make sure you click the follow button. But Jesse, let's get back to the women of the Atlanta team. You know, Tanya, she by far was the best one. You know, Ava had a tough turnaround, couldn't have a lot of time to practice and get ready. What are you expecting to see from them as they have their second go-around this week?
Tanya's really impressed me. I actually watched her play singles yesterday, and she looked really solid out there. She doesn't give her opponents a lot to really work with and really stays on top of it. Doesn't give a lot of unforced errors, especially on the serve either. The serve is very solid, and she moves incredibly well. Really keeps her opponents off balance, so it'll be fun to watch her play tonight. But just go back to Chip Rally for a second. Why couldn't I recruit him to play for the challenge team today? That would have been fun.
No one said you couldn't.
Okay, next time I'm bringing Chip in. I'm telling you, that'd be a good time.
Well, I don't know if we're going to bring you back after a loss.
I don't know if I'd be able to coach. He'd be so distracting. He's hysterical. I mean, that would be the game plan for him, is just distract his opponents. He'd do some funky stuff out there, really catch him off guard. But he's a great guy. He's really talented, actually. You know he's good if he uses a prestige.
Well, everything goes in this league, so if that's what it takes for you to win, better than what you did today. So,
oh, man, that hurts.
But,
that hurts.
You know, the captain, Michaela Gordon, back into it. You know, graduated from Stanford, ventured out a little bit into the venture capital world, but then figured out what that life was like, brought her back into the Intense League. She's been playing all the preseason matchups, one of the leaders on this team with the maturity and discipline she brings. How can this bring just another form of leadership for Marcelo to help this crew? Because for a lot of these players, it's their first time, well, not second time, but now with Marcelo and Michaela, they've been practicing this all year getting ready for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you look here at Michaela's resume, #1 singles player at Stanford in singles and doubles, player of the year, Pac-12, and then again, national rookie of the year. Those are accolades that, you know, don't come by easy, and she obviously has put in the work, and I think she definitely will take her leadership skills to the next level. And for Marcelo to be able to lean on someone on the team, you know, you see the energy that Marcelo brings, and now that he can kind of rely on team captain Michaela here to kind of lead the team going into this match tonight, I think is a huge advantage.
Yeah, well, we're going to see how she turns out tonight in her first performance. And first, let's take a look at her feature.
My name is Michaela Gordon, and I play for Team Atlanta. spent a lot of my childhood in South Dakota, and I ended up picking up a tennis racket when I was maybe 4 years old. It's funny, the first thing that comes to mind is actually playing in South Dakota on ice-covered courts, because we only had limited indoor courts there, and just trying to shovel off the ice so that my dad could feed me balls. I have 4 siblings, I'm right in the middle. So I have 2 older brothers, younger sister, younger brother. It was great being in a family where all my siblings were also athletes. We really pushed each other. I think they're a big reason why I'm really competitive. I would say one of the biggest challenges growing up playing tennis was the demands of kind of the global tennis schedule. So I started playing ITFs when I was 13, which obviously is really young to be traveling the world by yourself. Having a lack of stability on the junior tour and not having a lot of consistency in terms of where I was, even just location-wise, was really hard for me. And it's one of the big reasons I wanted to go play team tennis in college, because I just wanted a more stable routine to be able to play at Stanford and get a scholarship and be part of that community of incredible women was something that I really couldn't turn down. Being on the team, being a student athlete, I think it taught me a lot about managing my time, about having that dedication to what you're doing and kind of managing different personalities and leading a team towards a common goal. I did a business and engineering major there. I did a Bachelor of Science, and then I also did a master's as well. I kind of dove into the tech world and learned about venture capital, which is what I ended up pursuing a career in. After graduation, I spent 2 years working at a venture capital firm. I was on a great track, and I realized I will be doing this for decades. After this, I felt this itch to play tennis, and it wasn't going away. I just felt like I didn't want to look back and have regrets about not playing. So I made the jump to go start playing pro tennis again. It's hard to get back into tennis shape. I started up playing 15Ks actually in Monastir, Tunisia, because I had no ranking since I hadn't played a match for 3 years. Seeing the grind of the tour, I think really opened my eyes to a lot of the challenges that I already knew kind of existed. And it's really not something that's accessible to everybody, because if you're just starting out, you have to pay to fly to these really far away places. And then I got a call from one of the Intense team members saying, hey, like, we're actually starting this new team tennis league. Are you interested in potentially joining? And as I was hearing the mission statement of the league, helping players with their travel schedule, helping with consistent access to training, having a community, it was hitting all of the pain points that I was like experiencing in real time on tour. So that's why I was really excited about joining Intense. I realized I could kind of have that same team tennis feel, but on a professional scale. It was another one of those no-brainer things to join the league.
All right, and coming up shortly, we are going to have Jacksonville taking on the hosts. Atlanta's got Marcelo and Michaela back in action. Can they finally get their first victory of the season tonight? Stay with us. Welcome everyone to the INTENNSE Arena, where inside these walls last week, history was made, a new competition era began, and the sport of tennis took a big step forward. Welcome everyone to the Intense League. Here we go. Tonight we have Jacksonville versus Atlanta.
The loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd.
Let's go! I'm gonna keep burying you into the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Give me a freaking break!
Every match you play feels like it's the finals.
Fire. You want fire.
And that's what the fans want to see.
That's what intense tennis is.
Welcome everyone to the Intense Arena in the heart of the Peach State, where inside these walls last week, history was made, a new competition era began, and the sport of tennis took a big step forward. Welcome to the Intense League. Hello everyone, I'm J.Y. Obone, where tonight we have Jacksonville taking on Atlanta in week 2 of the Intense League, and I'll be your host for today alongside Jesse Levine. Welcome, Jesse.
I'm locked out. Oh, now I'm here. What's going on, guys? I'm happy to be here. Happy to be alongside you.
Well, we're happy to have you here, but first, let's get into the rules that fans are going to need to know as they follow today's action.
Hey, it's Trent from Team Atlanta. If you want to watch Intense, you got to know the rules because it's different from the tennis you're used to. Let's go.
Intense is a team sport. Each team consists of 6 players, 3 men, 3 women, roll on, roll off, substitutes all throughout.
Each Pro League duel is made up of 3 matches, men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles, and mixed doubles.
Each match is made up of 3 10-minute bolts with shot clocks in use. Each team has 2 timeouts per match.
We have easy-to-follow numerical scoring with 1 point for a regular win and 2 points for a clean winner.
One toss, one serve. Once the ball is in the air, you got to hit it, make it, or lose the point.
The server sets the pace. Returners must be ready, and there's a maximum of 14 seconds between points.
Bolt 6 electric line calling will be overseen by intense officials.
At the end of each match, the highest score wins. A deciding point will be played if teams are tied at the final whistle of the final bolt.
The team with the highest aggregate score at the end of the final ball of the final match is declared the winning team and takes home the cash.
Got it? Good. Enjoy the matches.
All right, and those are the rules. Jesse, we got substitutions to really make this a team format. What do you think about that?
Well, I love the substitutions. You just got to make use of them, right? It can be at a hot time. Player could be rolling, and then do you put somebody else in or do you keep them in? So it'll be interesting to see how the coaches play that out tonight. I did an okay job. Could have done a better job earlier today. So I think I learned a lot from that one. So now these coaches definitely have a lot more experience under their belts. They've had some good matches, and let's see how they use the substitutions tonight. It'll be fun to watch.
You talked about the coaches. Coaches are allowed to coach the entire time. Players only have 1 serve and 1 toss, something that did mess some of the players up earlier today.
Yeah, I think the 1 toss definitely messed up one of my players today. I reiterated to her that it was only once it's in the air, you got to go and hit it. So I think it makes it entertaining, makes it fun, and definitely longer points with the 1 serve. So it'll be entertaining, and I'm excited to watch this match tonight with you.
Yeah, a lot of fun rules. The 2 timeouts, electronic line calling. It's going to be a very different environment with a lot of fast-paced action. But right now, let's meet Jacksonville.
Presbyterian College, and I love bubble tea.
Martin Gutierrez, Barry University, and my favorite fruit is mango.
Sam Nicholson, UNC Wilmington, and I'm the first tennis player in my family.
Annabelle Thomas, the University of North Florida and Clemson University. And I played over 10 different sports growing up, and I could beat you at all of them.
Christina Wozniak, Mississippi State. I love bird watching, and storks are super cute, and they're my favorite.
Alejandra Cruz, Georgia Tech, and I play for Team Jacksonville, but I have never been to Jacksonville.
Michaela Gordon, Stanford University. I can name every country in the world.
Tanya Sosnskaya, University of Texas at Austin. I can pickle anything.
Trent Bride, University of Georgia, and I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 1 minute.
Kevin King, Georgia Tech, and I'm a huge Steelers fan.
Raul Garcia, Kansas State, and I got my first ATP point when I was 16. It's not a big deal.
Ava Haraster, Auburn University, and my twin brother is 2 years younger than me. Science.
All right, well, there we have Team Atlanta right there. They're fired up, host team for the night and the weekend. The local crowd, sold out crowd, very fun environment, and you can already see different energy from this team versus last week.
Yeah, look, I think the home crowd definitely brings an advantage, but especially Marcelo getting his team kind of riled up there. You could see him, just the energy that he brings to the team. There's a comfort level in knowing that coach is here, right? And obviously they bring the home fans and home friends here to watch, and it'll be exciting to see how he brings the energy and how they kind of mooch off each other like that, because when one player gets that energy, it's very contagious.
I think Michaela, when we played Jacksonville last time, you probably wanted to run to the locker room with me and your brother-in-law just going crazy. You're probably so embarrassed. Let's go. Yellow or Russian? Russian. Hey, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Okay? Until it goes wrong, stick to the plan. Go, Papi, let's do this. Where's Anna?
They're playing Tanya in, so.
Okay. There we got Claudia over there with Team Jacksonville. He's getting them ready. See Alejandra Cruz bouncing her feet back there. She looks like she's going to be ready in soon. Annabelle Thomas. You could essentially name her a co-captain with the leadership she brought last week. And then you got Miss Intense here getting the crowd ready to go. Hey, Claudio.
Hey.
You ready?
Who is it?
Welcome to Intense.
Oh, shit, why? Come on.
Yes, it's noisy, very noisy. That's going to be all night so noisy, I know that.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you. Hey, Jess.
Claudio, how you doing, my friend?
Good. You have to switch number later. I want to see you in Miami.
Claudio, you going to tell us what that secret game plan was that you were going to tell me earlier? You told me last night you had a secret game plan.
Yes. Let me go to support Annabelle here.
I love it. Good luck.
Go.
All right, here we go. Annabelle Thomas on the far side for Jacksonville. Tanya Sosnskaya on the near side. University of Texas versus University of Clemson. We got a battle of colleges here, and I don't mean between you and me.
No, I know, never. We work together, Johnny's. Come on now. We can be teammates now.
So this is the first of 3 10-minute bolts in this women's singles match to lead things off. You see right there the one serve, one toss rule. You only get one chance. So if you miss it, see you later. +1 for the other team. And we see a little nervy start with the crowd here, trading some faults back and forth.
I always love to see how players kind of deal with the nerves, Johnny, because a lot of players deal with it and they get tense and they get uptight and they don't go for enough. And then you have other players that just go for broke to try and get those nerves out of your system. And I feel like both players right now, Annabelle and Tanya, just kind of playing a little bit tentative, trying to feel their way into this first bolt. Don't see anyone going for just too much.
No, just playing some solid, steady tennis.
I was expecting to see some long rallies in this match.
Yeah. And I think... Oh, she wanted the call, but nope, that was a winner, +2. So that's going to be 2 points for Atlanta on the near side. And when you get that clean winner, you go back and you serve on the same side you were just playing on. And I think early on, what we were discussing earlier today, Jesse, was a lot of these players now are getting into their second week of action. So will they play more settled tennis right there?
Yeah, it's definitely going to feel a lot more comfortable the more bolts they play, the more time they experience with their teammates as well, and the more time they spend on this court in this atmosphere. You're only going to get better as it goes on, and you see that huge winner there from Annabelle. That'll be a nice +2.
Look at that calmness. You can tell she's more settled. No huge come on. You know, sometimes when players get a little too nervous, they scream and yell a little too much.
Yeah.
She's very settled. Marcelo's already getting out of there. He got on the court himself over there doing some side lunges or whatever.
I like watching Annabelle. I feel like she's cool, calm, and collected. Doesn't show too much emotion. Doesn't get too high. Doesn't get too low after missing that serve right there. Just kind of shaking her head off, shaking that off, and not getting too down on herself either. It's probably in this format, I would say that's a really huge asset, is not getting too high or too low on yourself.
Well, where that comes from is, you know, she's getting her master's in psychology, so it's kind of a cheat code by her because she's been self-disciplining herself on the court.
It's impressive.
Great sliding around, great volley finish. Does she go
smart.
for it?
That was really smart.
Yes,
that may have been going wide, and she did a great job of taking that out of the air.
Yeah, and you see the captain fired up off the bench, screaming +2. They love that on the sideline.
Yeah, really smart play there from Annabelle.
Huge forehand come in. Oh,
right back.
This is some good tennis.
That play wasn't so smart on Annabelle, in my opinion. I feel like she was in trouble there. Should have went for broke and not given Tanya a chance to go for that +2.
Well, we saw the first player do that earlier today for the first time, Simon.
Yeah.
That was I mean, you never think you'd say when somebody hits a ball outside the stadium, it was a beautiful play, but it worked.
Yeah, no, it was the right play. It was the right play. You know, depending on the score, right, in the bowl.
So for those of you that might be watching this for the very first time, you know, if you hit a clean winner, it counts as +2. If not, it's just 1. And what players have to figure out is when they're on defense, you know, do they just put that ball back in play and risk giving 2 points to the other team, or do they maybe just hit it into the ground and just take the +1 and move on?
I think it really depends a lot on what the score is in the bowl. I think if you're up, you don't want to risk giving away the 2 points. And if you're down, you don't want to risk giving away the 2 points either. But if it's close, you may want to go for broke and try and get the 2 points yourself and go for more than what you're comfortable with.
10-9 Jacksonville on the far side. Annabelle Thomas serving over there. Tanya Sosnovskaya on the near side. You know, we got a big battle of brains on this court because Tanya loves cybersecurity, AI, data science. So the matchup that we're going to have, the chess match on how to manage this is the one I've been excited the most about today. You hear the fans here. It's as loud as it's ever been on this sold-out night. Fans are allowed to scream and chant anytime they want, even if you're about to serve that toss today, right?
I experienced that earlier on. I heard some out calls going, and I thought it was actually the Bolt 6 making the call, but it was a fan with a pylon making the exact same noise. It was that would have been pretty distracting if you're a player. It was distracting for me as a coach.
Yeah, somebody did drop that in the suggestion box. Was that you?
What's that?
Well, you can't scream out. You know,
that
because
wasn't me. It wasn't
okay.
me. Promise.
I wonder. We saw that in the suggestion box.
No.
We'll see how that goes.
No, but look, it's all part of the game right now. But I don't mind that in the suggestion box, especially if it's like almost an identical sound to
they were
the Bolt
good.
6 call. He was good. I give him credit.
Huge credit. And you see the one serve, one toss rule. Tanya hits a fault right there. Does have a 1-point lead. 4 minutes left in this first of 3 10-minute bolts.
And that's a play that Tanya does so well. She can really use kind of her depth behind her rally shots that really can penetrate the court and makes it difficult on her opponent. It's tough for Annabelle to deal, especially when she gets pushed back on that backhand side. You got to be really strong with your legs and your core.
Yeah, Tanya gets a lot of rotation from her hips and back that fire that ground choke off the hip. And so there's that power right there.
That's
she
what I'm
connects.
talking about.
Just missed.
She's got pretty easy power too. I think maybe needs a little bit more attainable targets, maybe goes for too much, but again, she's going for that 2-pointer. So again, don't mind that. That risk-reward play there.
It's a little TF40 power right there.
We like the TF.
Annabelle's got the Wilson here.
Oh, she stayed home too.
Yeah, put the pressure. She held her great presence up there.
Tanya held that forehand a little longer than she was comfortable with there, and Annabelle just stayed home at the net, made it really tough for her to make a decision.
Luke, how'd you like that net presence there from Annabelle?
This is really good. I mean, this is the first time we've seen the women's bolts go first. How is that going to change the dynamic? How you get out with this packed crowd, tons of energy, tons of noise. The ball kids are fired up, and we got VIP fans right on the court. Lots of stuff going on, and the women are playing outstanding tennis.
Yeah, this is definitely the best start we've seen in any of the matches since the Intense League started. Who do you think is going to pull away here? Are we going to see any subs? I don't know, Jesse. These two are playing very well. They're going to keep them in here for a while.
I don't see any coaches subbing in this first ball, especially when you can pull off shots like that. Hello! Annabelle with the running forehand.
I tell you,
winner.
Shots like that are going to make Claudio speak Italian again.
Yeah, no, we love that. That's when you know you're doing something right. It's okay, you can shake that one off after the shot you just pulled off.
We're not going to talk about that one. 19-16 Jacksonville on the far side. Annabelle Thomas, Tanya Sosnowskaya on the near side. Some great tennis to get started on this packed house. Great footwork. Bouncing back. That was fired up there. The whole team is off the bench, and we saw them last week. A lot of them sitting down a lot, but this time they are all up.
Yep. Max Benson is really getting fired up on the sideline there.
The Ginger Ninja. Big forehand!
Oh boy. Yeah, Max is not happy about that one either. He's smiling it off. I'll tell you who wouldn't like that one was Joe Beatler, the Tender King. Don't know if he would like that one.
That's a pretty darn good return.
Oh.
What again? This is what you're talking
That's
about.
very smart. You can't let that one go back in. No, you got to put that ball away. You know you're in trouble. You know you have a .001 chance of winning that point, and you give your opponent a chance to get a two-pointer.
Now they're firing me up. I want to jump in this clap right here. Great tennis, 30 seconds left in his first of 3 10-minute bolts. Marcelo's trying to get the crowd going, throwing his arms up as Jacksonville's taking this first bolt. They're up 22-21. The crowd's getting louder. They're listening to Marcelo.
Oh my goodness. Almost baited Tanya to come in on that one, and it worked out well.
Yeah,
well done.
Finish off a +2 for Annabelle. Her team's fired up. I'm fired up. This is a great start of tennis right now. Jesse, let's look at some of these highlights. They have to all be good.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty high-level bolt there from both players. Tanya and Annabelle kind of came out a little bit tentative, just being really solid, but you see some +2s there. I mean, Annabelle really did a great job of moving forward, finishing quite a bit of points at the net there. Maybe a little bit of strategy involved with giving your opponent that easy +2 winner there. Maybe got to do something more and go for broke and not give your opponent a look there, but well done there from both players.
Great start right there, and we're going to send it down to Luke Jensen, who has one of those great starters in Annabelle Thomas.
Player on fire right now. In the past, you were after the boys' bolts. Okay, the women take over. What was the mindset?
I knew that I had to go out with confidence. That's what Sam did both matches last week. So I'm just trying to give it my all and have fun out there.
But the mindset specifically, you had that late lead, and you were going for some big shots. Even if you lost, it'd be 1 point. Strategically, how do you play those moments?
I mean, I feel like we have to go for our shots. That's the nature of Intense, and we're just out here to compete, give it our all, so.
I think your team needs to make a little bit more noise. I think you guys can get into it.
Oh yeah, we're trying. We got to take down the crowd, so. I mean, we got to keep it going, and they'll be silent at the end.
Get more winners. Winners are 2 points. Bolt number 2 next.
And that's some great fire, some great energy from Luke, from Annabelle, but also from Tanya on the other side. We got Miss Intense here, getting this sold-out crowd fired up.
Okay. No matter who they put, you do the same thing, okay? Yes.
You know what? We're going to work on that.
Eva.
We're going to work on it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Eva, okay. Same thing. Yeah, you serve. Right, let's go.
I like the move, keeping her in.
Yeah, so we see a little bit of what we saw last week. Claudia kept Sam in for a long time. And you could now take her out. I mean,
no, I mean, look, unless she was winded or told Coach Pislesi that she was a little tired, you know. Well, see, maybe something came on the court there. See if they're going to take that
Some of our fun toys just fell from the fans up top. The fans are right on top of the court.
Literally right on top of the court. Someone will remove it in a second. Yep, someone's coming to get it. There we go. It's cleared out now. I don't mind this play from Coach Pislesi, especially the way Annabelle played that whole first bolt. I think it's smart. The only way he would have taken her out is she said, hey, I need 2 minutes to rest and catch my breath. But she's very physically fit, so it's fun to see her. Maybe she can play all 3 bolts. Who knows? She keeps up that level.
Yeah, she did a great job there. But we do have a substitution, probably just to try to get her to play. Tanya was doing well, but we have Ava Haraster, the Auburn alumni, jumping in, seeing her first action of the day. Ginger Ninja just fired up over there.
He's one of those guys that you want on your team and not against you, you know what I mean? When he's on your team, you gotta love him. When he's not on your team, you're gonna hate his guts. I'll tell you that right now. He'd be one of those guys that gets on your nerves. But you gotta be careful. Sometimes you can fire up your opponents too much where they really wanna get after it a little bit more. You can give them that extra motivation.
Yeah, well, I think Jacksonville needs all the noise that they can.
Yeah.
This Atlanta crowd is very loud tonight, so I don't think the Atlanta team minds Max right now because they got big support. And let's see if Ava can hit some big forehands, but a big one
really
by
good.
Annabelle. Wow.
Yeah. I really like the way Annabelle's stepping in and taking time away from her opponents tonight so far, especially on that forehand side. Takes 3-4 steps inside the baseline and rips it down the line. She's done that multiple times so far tonight, and it's worked out probably 95% of the time. There was one forehand that she missed so far that I can count on that forehand down the line.
Yeah, if she can get that serve going, it's going to be tough. 27-21, biggest lead right now for Jacksonville. On the far side, Ava Haraster for Atlanta on the near side.
Yep.
You see on the clock, 8 minutes, 45 seconds. We play 3 10-minute bolts per match. So we got the women's singles match right now, men's singles coming up after, and then all 3 doubles formats after that. And Annabelle with the big come on. She wants more.
I've been keeping an eye on Marcelo over there. He's telling Michaela to get ready, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see a sub. If maybe Jacksonville pulls away from 10 points, maybe that will be his strategy.
See that one serve, one toss rule. You miss one, that's it. You do not get second chances here. So I'm sure Ava would like that one back.
Yeah.
Bring it out, girl. Bring it out.
Just want to give a quick hello to everyone following us on Twitch right now. Thank you for joining us. We are paying attention to the chat box, so send in any questions. We'll answer as much as we can. Don't forget to click that beautiful heart there so you can have the follow button, and that bell will let you know whenever we're live. Tomorrow we'll come back at 2 p.m.
I need to see the girl not hitting for him at all.
Like I like what he's saying, but you hit too many balls in the back end, then she's going to get rhythm on the back end too, right? So you kind of overplay it, right? I think maybe the play would be go to the forehand to open the backhand if you can.
Definitely have to mix it up.
Yeah.
We definitely haven't seen Annabelle hit a lot of backhand,
No.
so I understand where Marcelo's coming from. But that's a little bit more too. You go to the forehand, put her on the run, then you can get her back on the other side.
Well, you're enabling Annabelle to kind of just sit on that forehand side right now. You're not making her move too much. If she's able to set her feet and rip forehands, that's when she's extremely effective, and especially when she's able to take time away.
So even though Annabelle has only hit forehand since Marcelo hit that comment.
Literally.
I think, you know, maybe that coaching strategy is wrong. They won a couple in a row here, but Let's see how long they can keep this up, because Annabelle has been firing on all cylinders today. Ooh.
Good touch, good touch.
Alejandra Cruz on the sideline there, doing some shadow swings, bouncing her feet. Let's see how long Claudia's going to let this one go. As we have a little bit of a timeout right here to clear some things up. Ava's starting to play a little bit better. Jesse. You know, a big thank you to our sponsors, Body Armor, Sports to Cabs, Solinco, help us get this brand new league up and running. And now Ava's game is up and running with that backhand +2.
Let's go! It's funny, I think Ava may have felt the threat of maybe being subbed out. Now all of a sudden she's starting to bring her A game.
Well, all us athletes, we just need that little extra push.
Yep.
And it looks like we have our first sub for Jacksonville on the far side. Alejandra Cruz, Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, one of many participating in our league, getting her first action today.
And this is a completely different ball compared to Annabelle. Definitely hits with a lot more topspin, a little bit more margin. Now for Ava, that ball's going to be sitting up right in her strike zone. I think she's going to like this substitution.
Come on! Claudio asking Alejandra to hit a little bit heavier, a little bit more through the court there. A little too much. See if we can get that spin to go up. Takes a couple points, you know. Alejandra's been sitting there waiting. You can warm up all you want, but getting that first strike on your racket, still very different. Just under 5 minutes left in this second of 3 10-minute bolts. Marcelo's getting this crowd fired up. They are the hosts here, and they want this one after a pretty poor performance last week. Definitely off to a better start tonight.
That's good hands. Really good hands there. So good.
33-32, Jacksonville with a 1-point lead on the far side.
I feel like the hardest thing coming in as a sub is the serve. I feel like everything else can come a little bit quick, but when you haven't hit a serve and you've been sitting and just getting warmed up and ready to go, you don't know when your number is going to be called. For Cruz to come in like that, it could be a little tough on the serve. You saw that unforced error there, but from the back, she looks really solid to start out as soon as she came in.
Yeah, moving very well. She's a great mover, bounces around.
I like the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, JY. The serve is tough to come in cold like that. That one serve, it's key.
Fun fact, Jesse, about Alejandra: studied industrial design at Georgia Tech. Wants to build her own car one day. Favorite car is Ferrari. That's why I gave her the nickname Ferrari.
Okay.
So let's see if she can get that motor going, as Atlanta is now taking their lead 35-34. A lot of back and forth. Annabelle Thomas back in the mix. Still haven't seen Christina Wozniak. Annabelle Thomas was playing very well, so it makes sense to give her a breather. Bring her back. Ava Haraster for Atlanta on the near side. Auburn alumni. So the players have a lot going on here tonight, Jesse. So they're playing for their individual category for their prize money, and then for the total cumulative score for the team environment as well. And the women's portion right now, they're playing for their share of $12,000. That forehand right there is going to put her 2 points closer. Whoever wins this women's singles match, $4,000 on the line for it. These players want it. The pay at the other professional tours is not as high as this, so they are thrilled to be here tonight. If we can understand some of these nerves and how much is on the line for them. 38-37 Atlanta with a 1-point lead. She's finding that forehand, running around.
what happened to Marcelo's game plan. I don't want this girl to see a forehand. He's only seeing forehand still. I think it's hard with one serve to really try and get out there, especially the way Annabelle's moving around and hitting forehand. She's kind of almost moving before the serves even hit.
And that's
a good shot.
The way you got to start. You go big into the forehand, off the serve.
Exactly.
Comes back, then you roll it over there. That's the trick with all of this, right? How much can you structure points the way you want? We talked about it last week with Irina Falconi. How much is serve +1 an actual strategy here?
Yeah, I mean, it's even more so because you only have that one serve, so you're not going to do as much hurt or damage with the one serve, so you've got to rely on other aspects of your game.
There you see it, going to the forehand first to then get to the backhand.
That's the play, but yeah.
That's the right play.
Yeah.
I think that's what Marcelo's wanting right there.
Because Annabelle really hasn't defended that well on the backhand side. If you can really get her pushed out there, that's a tough shot for her. That's the one.
Clemson Tiger alumni there.
Yeah.
And finally seeing
shot there.
some backhands. Ava's attacking it. Marcelo's loving it.
Look, Ava has good firepower.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. She's got good weapons, especially on that forehand side. She can really generate a lot of power.
Yeah, she's settling in. It's all coming out. 30 seconds left. That's the problem. If you don't hit your spot when you go to the weapon, bam!
And the problem when you play against Annabelle, her ball is so flat. You can literally read the Yonex on the ball when that ball's going through the air. There is no rotation on the ball. So difficult to kind of deal with that, especially when it's low over the net and not going that deep in the court. You really got to get some rotation to get that ball to stay in and when you hit it.
Last point here, big forehand. Once again, she continues to find that forehand, getting the Ginger Ninja fired up off the bench, high-fiving the team. But Atlanta does have a 2-point lead this time.
Yeah,
so
it's a one-swing lead, we should say.
It is a one-swing lead, and even though Jacksonville's fired up with that forehand, Jesse, Atlanta now taking the lead there.
Yeah, look, Ava did an incredible job of really kind of finding her groove there. She did a good job of really moving Annabelle around, and then when Cruz came in, she took care of business as well. I think Ava really found her groove, especially on the back end as well. And didn't come forward that much, but again, when you're serving and you're hitting your spots, you talk about that serving +1, you see it right there. Serve the back end winner for the 2 points, and getting your coach fired up like that.
Yeah, and let's send it down to Luke, who has Ava right there.
Ava, awesomeness. You were at about a minute and a half left, tied. You hit a winner and then go on a winning streak. What was the mindset right there to go for it?
Well, honestly, I just wanted to be aggressive and play my game, and playing my game involves going for my shots, so I just felt confident in doing what I like to do when I play. So
talk about this intense atmosphere. You played college tennis, the highest level. This is a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, the pressure is a lot different too because we only have 10 minutes, one serve, one toss. I feel like automatically I'm a little more nervous because I can't just go for my serve and go for my shots as much. But at the same time, I'm enjoying like the pressure of it and just working on my game and helping me prepare for hopefully the Pro Tour after the summer.
How about not just the Pro Tour, you're going to the Pro Tour. Coach Marcelo, the atmosphere for the team right now seems to be upbeat.
Yeah, it's super positive. I mean, he wasn't here last weekend, and I think we really missed him, so I'm super grateful. It's my first time meeting him, was literally yesterday, so I think we already have a great team chemistry going, and I'm excited for the rest of the season. So.
Winners are 2, Ava. 2 in this next bowl. Go for winners.
Yes, I will. I'll be going for all my shots, but Marcelo will kill me if I go for them too soon, so yeah.
Listen to the coach. The next bolt is up.
Oh, Luke loves his +2s. Here we go, Michaela Gordon, seeing her first action. Atlanta captain now gets her shot against Annabelle Thomas for Team Jacksonville on the far side. Those forehands just keep coming from Annabelle.
Jeez, another one. Just like that.
Claudio's loving this. Gelato for the team. Let's see Michaela's first serve. We talked about it in our previous bowl, Jesse. Let's see how she comes out. Oh, confident serve. That's a good effort.
But Annabelle does such a good job of stepping in the court again and just taking time away. She's not letting her opponents breathe right now.
Right. Body serve or forehand. It's okay, it's okay. this point. Lots of courage. Just turn, stay compact, turn, and stay low.
Grazie.
(47-45). Atlanta with a 2-point lead.
Courage.
Michaela on the near side serving for Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the return that Annabelle hits so well. When she takes that forehand early, she can go either way with it, so it makes it really tough as an opponent. You can't lean one way.
No. It's just impressive. You don't see many people with an Eastern forehand, and she does a great job playing aggressive with it, even above her waist.
That's 2 missed serves in a row, though, getting a little, slowing down the racket speed just a little bit. That'll
don't ruin it. I'm building her up. Don't ruin it for me.
I'm sorry. I'm not ruining it.
Let's talk about her forehand.
I'm just talking reality, JY. Come on now.
Yeah, mean guy.
Now, come on, accelerate here, Annabelle. Get that serve going. There you go.
Yeah, there's the back.
Yeah. It's almost like, she's going a different side there.
All right, let's see if she's starting to lose her focus a little bit, maybe getting a little bit winded. She has played most of the time.
That's so good.
So smooth.
Yeah, again, like just does such a good job of taking a couple steps in the court. She really does take time away. She would be difficult to play against just because she doesn't let you breathe.
I'm telling you, intense grass court season.
Yeah.
She has to be first pick.
I'm in. That's my surface.
That's definitely your surface. Just got to ask Murat Safin about it.
Yeah. That's a good play there.
Yeah. Okay, trying to let loose a little bit. At some point, you got to let it go. So it's a good time. They're up 1, 49-49. These last 6 minutes going to be very important. Even though it is cumulative score, the winner of this women's singles match will win their share of prize money, $4,000 to the winner. It's a lot of money for these players. All right, yeah, it's loosening up on that serve.
Big serve there.
There you go. Now we see some bigger serves.
I like the tempo too. Really good rhythm. Doesn't look like she's going for too much. Looks super smooth with it. Very confident.
All right, Luke, you got a Ginger Ninja with you.
Forget that, Mad Max, the energy maker of this team. I mean, this is tight.
I know it's tight, but I got to do everything I can from off the court to make it happen. I mean, it's super tight. It's only 2 points. And, I mean, whatever I can do to get a free serve or a free 2-pointer, I'm going to do it.
Doesn't it seem like Atlanta's trying to match your energy and then you taking it up a notch?
I mean, we're in their house. We got to rile them up somehow.
What about the women? How are they playing for you guys?
I think our girls are playing really good. I mean, Annabelle's playing unbelievable. And then if we need a sub, we sub. But she's a physical animal. She could be out there all day.
And how do you prepare for your match?
I mean, I'm already ready to go. I'm going to have to warm up after this. I might have to go to the bathroom real quick, but then I'm good to go.
We're on TV live. Mad Max update. Back to you guys.
It sounds like Max Benson there is going to lose his voice before he even gets started. He is fired up, screaming, and why not when you see your teammate Annabelle hitting forehands like that?
That was a good touch there. Saved the 2-pointer.
Yes, for those of you joining in for the first time, you hit a clean winner, it counts as +2. So even if you're not going to win that point, it's good to get a racket on it and make it only +1. Kayla's trying to find her own offense, but Annabelle's so good at taking time.
Oh my goodness.
Gelato for everybody.
I feel so excited. I'm giving him the hand signals on that one after that. He's loving it, loving it.
It's okay. She can hand one back.
No. I mean, look, the way Annabelle is so confident about moving forward right now, it just says a lot about her game. Now going back to the starting matchup, huh?
Yeah, Tanya Sasutskaya back in. We'll say all of the Atlanta women been playing solid. Great open stance back in. Marcelo fired up. What a match.
Tried the quick serve there. Almost.
We've been
Almost.
wondering.
We've been waiting on one of those.
So you can serve anytime you want. Return doesn't have to be ready, but sometimes they go so fast, they mess up themselves. 55-55, under 4 minutes left. Sure, we got a lot of tennis, but these girls are playing for $4,000 right now.
This is coming to the wire now. I'll tell you what, I bet you don't see any underhand serves on Team Jacksonville. I heard a rumor that Claudio doesn't want them doing it.
Just because you're the coach doesn't mean you can't be wrong.
Yeah. Haven't seen one yet. We'll see if we see any from Team Jacksonville.
Tie score.
Oh, there's that foreign return. Take it in the air. Yep, that was smart.
Oh, but the net-
really smart. Really smart. That's a 2-pointer. Well done. And that's just knowledge and experience now of this format, right? I feel like early on, Annabelle may have let that just hit the net or let it bounce and give Tanya a chance to get back into the point. But that time, just taking the initiative, taking the ball in the air, and taking time away from Tanya for that 2-pointer. Oh, another 2-pointer. She is moving forward so confidently right now. Great job of recognizing that approach shot.
Let's go, Avery! 60-57, Annabelle Thomas on the far side for the visiting team. Tanya Sosnovskaya near side for Atlanta, the host team. Sold out crowd tonight, 2 minutes left. And even though we got a lot of tennis here, we have 2 minutes left to decide who's gonna win $4,000. She's trying to take these serves on the rise. These serves are coming a little bit bigger. She's mistiming it now.
Yeah, now she's definitely going for a little bit too much. But again, Tanya's doing a good job of fighting her way back in here. That's another missed return there from Annabelle. If I was Coach Claudio, maybe take a timeout, kind of settle it a little bit, and let them finish strong. He's letting her play on here. He's confident in his player.
Let's see, did he just signal for a sub? Let's see, Alejandro's getting loose over there. Tanya's locked in right now.
Oh. Oh, wow. I think she thought it was going to go wide, and there comes the sub. There comes the sub.
Ferrari girl, far side, in for Annabelle Thomas for Team Jacksonville.
Good
Last
return.
minute, 15 seconds. Crowd is trying to get into it and get into the player's head. 63-60. Last minute to decide who wins $4,000 here before the men jump on and get their chance to win. The screens are yellow.
Yeah.
Less than a minute. Can she rev things up for her team, Jacksonville? Alejandra serving on the far side. That's not what you want to see.
Now's the time, if you're trying to do, you take your time and try and take every second off the clock a little bit, even though you only have a 3-point lead. Okay, now you have to, because you got a 4-point lead. Can you even get 2 points in if you win one more here? Gotta take every second of the clock.
Sometimes you're just so locked in, you just keep going and going and going, and sometimes it's better that way. You don't want to overthink as an athlete. Your body's saying you're in a good rhythm, you roll with it, and Tanya's just locked in.
That was out, yeah.
Ooh, I ruined it. Push up.
Can she get one more point in here? But it's a 3-point lead, so no matter what, she's not going to be able to tie it here.
No matter what, Atlanta's going to take $4,000 with them for this first portion of the day. Last point.
Oh. And a 2-pointer to finish the ball.
2-pointer that will prove very helpful for the total part of the match. But you see right there, Marcelo giving her the money sign as Tanya gives her team the win for the women's portion of the match. We still have men's to come up, but Jesse, let's talk about those highlights.
Look, I love how both coaches were getting almost all of their players in there, giving them a look. Michaela did a great job coming in out cold, and serve looked really comfortable and did a great job of movement there. But Annabelle, I think, looked towards the end there maybe a little bit gassed, but she was playing extremely well all throughout all three of those bolts. Michaela did a great job again, really just dictating points forehand, especially on the backhand side. But I think the most impressive thing in all those bolts was Annabelle's play moving forward, especially off those return of serve. You see that drop volley there, getting the 2-pointer, but Tanya, again, did a great job of making the comeback there.
Yeah, for the one who was able to hold her off, Luke, you got Tanya down there.
Oh, she was on fire. It's 60-all. You get a running forehand pass for 2, and you never look back. Where was the difference? Where was the change in your mindset?
I would say we stay with the same tactics through an entire match, same setup as the last time. One ball at a time, that's all I care about. I care about putting the next ball inside the lines.
It seems like Annabelle was running around a lot of backhands, getting to a lot of forehands, and you couldn't really maneuver to get to that backhand.
Yeah, we definitely were trying to build more of the game to that side, which turned out to be a little complicated, but still very proud of the girls. I think the energy was great. Everybody was doing the right thing. We're hungry for more.
You win the women's bolt, $4,000 in your pocket with the girls.
Very nice.
Go get the guys going.
The guys will be going.
The bolts, the guys, next.
All right, as we take a look at that women's match, Jesse, so close. But as we look at the stats here, we're going to see, as well as Annabelle played, right, we did talk about the serve part. And she had alone 5 more faults than the other team, and she only lost by 1.
And I think most of those faults came at the end of bolt 3 there. I think maybe I saw her on the bench at the end there when she came out on the last substitution, and she did look a tiny bit winded. I know her whole team talks about how fit she is, but when you're playing with this kind of nerves and this kind of adrenaline for that long and non-stop, anybody's going to get winded, right? It's just going to take its toll at some point. And I think at the end there, maybe Coach Claudio overplayed her just a tad bit to where it got her to that point where she got a little bit tired and started giving those free points and those faults on the serve, but she looked extremely impressive, and it would have been tough to take her out before that. Yeah. You had to wait till she was gassed out because she was doing so much for the team right there in all those bolts.
Yeah, well, and it's definitely the steadiness of the Atlanta girls as well, to not be rattled by that.
No, for sure. I think both coaches did a tremendous job throughout all 3 of those opening bolts on the substitutions, doing it at the right times and seeing when the player was kind of thriving, when they were starting to kind of fall off a little bit, and they were using their knowledge and experience to do a really good job with that. Now it'll be interesting to see how they do it with the men's.
Yeah, men's are going to be coming up next, but first, let's go back to looking at some of these rules in this new league.
Hey, it's Trent from Team Atlanta. If you want to watch Intense, you gotta know the rules because it's different from the tennis you're used to. Let's go.
Intense is a team sport. Each team consists of 6 players, 3 men, 3 women, roll on, roll off, substitutes all throughout.
Each Pro League duel is made up of 3 matches: men's and women's singles, men's and women's doubles, and mixed doubles.
Each match is made up of 3 10-minute bolts with shot clocks in use. Each team has 2 timeouts per match.
We have easy-to-follow numerical scoring with 1 point for a regular win and 2 points for a clean winner.
One toss, one serve. Once the ball is in the air, you got to hit it, make it, or lose the point.
The server sets the pace. Returners must be ready, and there's a maximum of 14 seconds between points.
Bolt 6 electric line calling will be overseen by Intense officials.
At the end of each match, the highest score wins. A deciding point will be played if teams are tied at the final whistle of the final bolt.
The team with the highest aggregate score at the end of the final ball of the final match is declared the winning team and takes home the cash.
Got it? Good. Enjoy the matches.
New league, new rules, new match coming up as we have the men. Raul Garcia, the Bolivian sensation, will start it for Atlanta. And what do you know? On the other side, Sam Nicholson, the Week 1 MVP. But we see Marcelo in Raul's ear, giving him a few little secrets. Claudio trying to get Sam ready to go, telling him gelato, pizza, and espresso is ready for you once you finish. So you better put on a good performance. There's our team right there. Look at them. The crowd is going, sold out crowd tonight. Week 2 of the Intense League, and we have the coin toss with Sebastian Nunez.
Jackson with a call, heads or tails?
Should someone tell Sam that there's a tag on his hat still?
It's heads.
On the top.
Jackson with a serve, good match.
It's on the top.
It's a style nowadays.
Maybe it's a superstitious thing. I don't know.
That's not a TikTok thing?
Yeah, maybe it's a style thing. Usually it's on the bottom of the brim, though, not on the top. I like it, though. I'm digging it.
I don't know if I remember him wearing a hat last week, though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why are you changing
Oh,
things
boy.
up, Sam?
Hey,
We'll
man.
see. So Sam Nicholson, far side,
Look what
leading
we
things
just
off.
did. Look what we just
Oh,
did.
no. Take the hat off, Sam.
That's JY's fault, Sam.
No, take it off. Come on. You do not change when things are going well.
Oh, no.
No, Sam, take the hat off. If you want the gelato, you got to take the hat off, Raul Garcia. 2-0 lead in this men's portion. 67-64 overall. We play 3 10-minute bolts. 1 serve, 1 toss. You've seen a couple of the faults already come into play. It's one of the hardest things for players when they come in. Cold shoulder, finding that serve, finding that rhythm. Sam did a great job finding his serve last week. And we'll see what he can do as he's got his hat on for the first time this season.
I like that forehand. He was letting the ripper go.
Oh, that's a Babolat power.
That forehand free.
Marcelo down on one knee over there saying prayers that hopefully Raul can knock this guy off. I will say, Sam's playing a little bit more aggressive than last week.
Yeah. That's big. That's big there from Raul.
The team's fired up. Raul smiling. He's not used to this team environment there.
I gotta tell you, I was watching Raul practice yesterday, and he looked like he was really in a groove, kind of just starting to find his feet in this format. It's something different when you have the game style that he has. It can be a little bit difficult to kind of get that rhythm and that groove, because he's someone that is a very rhythmic player. So again, he looks like he's coming out the gates pretty hot here tonight, JY. So it's good to see him really starting to take some comfort level in this format.
Luke, I heard you got some special people hanging out there with you.
I'll tell you, the best beard in the house right now, Jake. You're making some noise. Are you a tennis guy?
I'm a tennis guy and I'm an Atlanta guy, so I gotta represent for Atlanta. We want our boys to win.
Well, you're on the side of Jacksonville right now. Are you like a spy?
I don't know. I'm giving them disapproving glares as much as I can.
Tell me about this format. What do you like about intense tennis?
I love one serve. I just hate all the time it takes between first and second for the viewing experience.
And you're an Alta League player?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the electric line calls for league play in Atlanta?
That'd be nice. Be nice.
Really nice.
It would take away my outlet for rage.
Oh,
you know.
You go.
Yeah, I need to get my anger out on Saturdays.
What about 2 points for a winner here?
2 points for a winner. I like that. Yeah. I like the aggressive play.
Yeah. And the refreshments, liquid courage here?
It tastes great. Tastes great. It's nice.
You having fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a really good sold-out stadium tonight. It's a blast.
Luke, you should ask him how he thinks he would fare against these guys out here tonight. He's an Alta player.
Yeah. How would you do against these guys?
I would get my ass whooped.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Royally.
Well,
I think I would pull a hammy in about maybe a game.
We've got a full medical team and everything. They've got like bandages and tape and things.
I could play like 1 or 2 good points and a game.
Okay, how's your net court winner game?
It's pretty good.
How about your shank game, the one off Yelp?
My backhand shank game is great. And leg court game.
Really?
Well, that works
That's
here.
fantastic. Well, keep practicing that, and we'll put you in. I know these guys. I could get you, like, Atlanta would be perfect.
Perfect. I love getting my ass whooped, so,
Fear the beard. Fear the beard.
Oh, careful. Marcelo's going to enter Raul there. He really gave him a good Bryan Brothers chest bump there. You ever seen when Justin Timberlake jumps into Travis Kelce? That's exactly what that looked like there. It's like a brick wall going into your player there.
Atlanta, they are just getting things rolling. Sam, take the hat off. 77-74 Atlanta. Raul Garcia's loaded.
That was a 2-pointer back, yeah.
They needed that. All right, keep the hat on. 1 more point. If you lose the next one, it's got to go.
Someone tell him?
I'm trying.
I know.
He's a nice guy.
I love the honesty there from Fear the Beard over there with Luke, saying that he would get his ass
I
kicked.
know.
But a lot of guys wouldn't do that. They got that liquid courage there. They would say that maybe, you know, I could do okay out there. I'd hang my own.
Well, look, if he keeps practicing, we do have the challenge series. Starts
True.
Thursday and Friday.
True.
You can try to make your way through top 3 men, top 3 women.
Can I sign up?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Qualify, you play on the challenge team Saturday at 2 p.m.
2 weeks from now, the next one?
2 weeks from now is the next one. Calling all Alta players to sign up. You think you got a shot? Jump on in. Sam Nicholson, far side for Jacksonville. Raul Garcia, near side for Atlanta. Raul, Kennesaw State Owl, recent graduate. And there it is. For those of you that you do want to try out the challenge series, scan that QR code, sign up today. Thursday, Friday, 2 weeks from now, you can have your shot right there in this arena on this court.
JY, what happens if we both play and we both qualify? We'll be teammates for the first time ever?
Yeah, but then you're going to play most, okay?
No,
I'm fine to qualify, but you got to play most of that. The only problem for me is the colors of the team.
Okay.
I don't know if I can
we'll
do
switch
that.
it for that week. I would play in garnet and gold for you. Okay?
As long as you win the cash.
Okay. Okay. Big shot there from Sam.
All right. Sam starting to loosen up now.
Yeah.
80-77, back to a tight match. So if you hit a clean winner, it counts as 2 points, and then you go back and serve on the same side. Do not want to donate stuff like that.
Good amount of fault, Sam, tonight so far. I feel like maybe being a little too aggressive on the serve, would you say?
There we see our first time out. I don't think we saw one in the women's singles match from Atlanta. Marcelo now calls one for the men's singles. Let's see if he's going to coach up Raul here.
Okay, you were able to create a little bit of fat and take some risks. Now not as much. Okay, we know he's only good when he's able to step in. When he's stepping in, he's good. And he's gonna put you on the run a lot. So you've gotta make sure that the first 2 shots, especially when you are serving, go more body. Try to kick that to the body, don't give him the opportunity to attack, okay? And the first 2 shots of the point, I love to see that ball traveling.
That's what you want me to do?
Here, okay? Because then he's not gonna be able to step in. Okay, okay.
There's Raul right there, the #1 junior coming out of Bolivia before getting to Kennesaw State. Senior year, 15-4. My, oh my.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. You talk about someone coming from Bolivia, he's definitely used to playing in a lot of altitude, huh? And now coming from altitude to indoors in this intense arena, big difference, but obviously he spent a lot of time in this area. See if he implements what Coach Marcelo was talking to him about.
Well, the trick there was Sam actually finally took a step back.
Yeah.
So when you go back, you don't want to go body because they're already sitting waiting for it, but you want to go a little bit more body when they're inside of the baseline. And we see the back and forth coaching. Claudio definitely told Sam to do something a little bit different. And Sam, when you're a little bit of a bigger guy, sometimes you need to find your space in the court.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're trying to get the airs out of Raul if you're Sam now, and you're taking that many steps back, but I feel like that's a danger zone against someone like Raul. If you're not rushing him and you give Raul time, that's when he's going to be really dangerous and effective.
Great.
That you see there on the forehand. Now he gets going. Sam almost had the wrong grip there, not sure what to do with that forehand.
I'm going to say hit the net on purpose, so there's going to be a
maybe, but he had a good look at that. He could have taken a cut at that, and he decided not to. Almost forfeited that point with that forehand. Yeah. Would you say uncharacteristic of Sam, especially compared to the last bolts that we've seen him play?
Well, of course, he's wearing a hat. He's a different player. He's a different person.
Maybe I should text Claudio and tell him that the hat needs to come off, or at least the sticker.
At least the sticker. You got to start with something.
Oh, look at this touch. Look at this touch.
Beautiful drive.
Oh, no way. Oh, come on. Come on. Just long. That could have been on ESPN tomorrow, JY.
Oh, man.
That was close to being on ESPN Top 10. Very close.
That would have been trending.
Close.
There's the shot right there. Our friends over at Bolt 6, just barely. better tennis from Sam as he's a little farther back now. He's finding his space. He's not rushing his offense anymore.
I think that was a good move from Coach Claudio, definitely telling Sam to take a couple steps back so he can kind of feel his way again into this bowl. Maybe felt a little uncomfortable going for too much too soon. Just buys yourself a little bit of time.
Sam playing better there. You see the screens are turning yellow, letting the players know we are down to under a minute in this first of 3 10-minute bolts. Atlanta's leading the overall match 85-80, but in the men's portion, it's 21-16. We got cumulative score, but in these matches right here, you win your category, you bring $4,000 to your team, so you're playing for a lot of things here if you're Raul.
Wow, that had some heat behind the backhand.
That's a cheat code, man. Come on, above the shoulder.
One hop, two-handed backhand, ripper down the line there from Sam.
You know,
really impressive.
You know how many years I spent working on that?
Well, you have one hand. That's pretty tough. You have the one-hander.
I blame my dad. I blame my dad.
It looked pretty, at least.
And there, Raul is going to let the clock run down as he extends the team's lead by 4 points, 87-82. First bolt, they took that 22-18. Jesse, we're definitely seeing a fired-up team, but also a Sam Nicholson player starting to play a little bit better.
Yeah, this was extremely high level from both players there. I was actually surprised that no coaches took any timeouts because this got pretty physical out there. Raul doing a great job, especially on that forehand side, of really dictating points. Going for a little bit too much too soon at times, but again, both players being really aggressive. A lot of +2 points in that ball. Fun to watch.
A lot of fun to watch. Let's see if we get a fun conversation with Luke, who's got Raul.
Oh, dear Raul, you did great. What's the difference from last weekend to now?
I think there's a lot of difference. The first is that last time we didn't have as much time to get used to the court. Now we're practicing with the team the whole week, and we finally got it. We know how to play now, and we're just happy with the win.
Energy. Talking about Coach Marcelo, I mean, he is at every point, getting the entire bench going.
That was a big difference too. Last time we didn't have it, and I'm really happy to have it here now. Yeah.
How about having the women start?
I think it helped too because they started with a big gap, you know, and that made us play free, I think. So yeah.
Keep going for winners. I'm telling you, 2 points, man, 2 points. The men's bolt number 2's coming up. Get ready. More winners, Intense.
Mr. 2 points right there. Raul Garcia with Luke Jensen. Bolt 2 is going to be coming up next. Jesse, looks like Sam is going to be coming back, but Kevin King is going to be seeing his first action on the near side.
Doom, 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 doom. Groove is in the heart. Yeah. Groovy.
Chip Rally.
Are we speechless? I mean, she's just a jack of all trades, Chip Rally.
Chip just has a way to just make you smile and laugh. Bolt 2, Kevin King near side. Getting his first action for Atlanta. Sam Nicholson on the far side, he was starting to heat up. Claudio likes to have his players just run with it.
Yeah.
He trusts them. You saw what Sam did last week, hatless. Kevin going to be taking returns early. We saw that this week right in practice. We were watching him play, really trying to play very aggressive.
Whoa, good return there from Sam. I like that serve and volley play there from Kevin King, though. I feel like, especially as a lefty, you kick in that, but you gotta maybe go to the backhand, take away that angle. When you kick it out wide, you're just giving up a little bit of that angle on the court there, and Sam did a great job.
Yeah, so +2, you hit a clean winner, it's 2 points, you go back and play on the same side.
I don't know if I like this matchup for Kevin King against Sam. I just feel without the 2 serves, you only have 1 serve to try and hurt him, and again, that's one of Kevin King's biggest weapons, and you're kind of taking that a little bit away in this format, JY.
Sam's flowing around very nicely.
Yeah, and from the back, you just get the feeling that Sam is just a little bit more solid right now. Obviously, he's been playing for a little bit. He played that whole first bolt, so he's warm and ready. And Kevin King is coming in a little bit cold here. It may take a little bit to get warmed up and feeling comfortable out here. but you're not going to get comfortable when you're playing against Sam when he's taking the ball early like that. Ooh.
Now we have the score tied. Atlanta had a 7-point lead earlier. It is now 88 all. Jacksonville has a 1-point lead in this men's portion. So in the men themselves are playing for $4,000 of prize money. Also have the total score for the overall match. The women won their share to get things started, and now the men want their piece of the pie. Speaking of pie, did you try that bread pudding earlier at dinner?
I did not. I missed out on it. But I had that Argentinian entraña, as you say, last
night.
Papi. Con chimichurri.
That was good.
Yeah.
Big serve, +2. Kevin finding his range. Marcelo losing his voice, 27-24 in this men's portion. 4-point lead overall for Atlanta. Home crowd fired up. He's letting that serve go. If he finds that, that is not where you want to be if you're Team Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's smart there from King, not letting Sam have a play at that one. Get the feeling that King's energy level has kind of gone up in these couple minutes in this bolt here. You feel like the confidence starting to go up as well. That could be dangerous.
Just looking over the Atlanta sideline, I think with as much jumping around as Marcelo's done, he is more warmed up than Trent Bride to come in right now.
And Trent's someone that hits the gym a lot, too.
I know, but Marcelo, look at that. He's doing lunges, he's doing squats, he's doing chest bumps.
He can't sit still.
Nope.
You want that, though, sometimes. You just don't want that nervous energy to translate to the team.
Yeah, no. Fired up right there. Adam Steinberg way from Pepperdine. Marcelo worked underneath him, then took over. Pepperdine.
Oh, you got to do more with that volley if you're King. That's a 2-pointer there from Sam.
Got to keep trying.
Yeah.
That's your game.
I mean, if you're Kevin, that's where you want to be. I know he lost that point, but that's where he wants it.
It was that first volley that kind of set him up for failure there. Didn't do enough with it.
You just feel like they're so close.
You see Max Benson over there just showing him just a little bit out. Just a little bit. Tiny bit.
Come on. Get up for this one, baby. Get up for this one. Beautiful. Yes. Let's go, Kevin.
And there we see the timeout by Team Jacksonville. Marcelo still fired up there.
Yep.
Man, just what a night, Jesse. Sold out crowd. We've been wondering how these teams were going to come back after this first week. They're fired up.
Look, I like that timeout call there from Coach Claudio on Jacksonville, too. I think he felt like Sam maybe getting a little bit winded there. Felt like it's a different game style now that you bring Kevin King in, especially compared to Raul. So maybe it takes a little bit of time to get adjusted now, but I want to hear what Claudio's saying to Sam here.
Slam it, you know.
You didn't tell him to take the hat off, though, JY.
I'm saying it now.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to be good.
Let's go.
I did like that timeout call, though. Let Sam kind of catch his breath a little bit, get composed again, and try and start fresh here. Still a lot of time left in this bolt.
Jesse, looks like we got some Knowles in the chat on Twitch. For those of you following us, we are paying attention to the Twitch stream, so feel free to send us some messages, some questions. Jesse Levine here with me, J.Y. Obone. We got Kevin King on the near side, Sam Nicholson for Jacksonville on the far side.
Ooh, a good return there from Kevin King. Showing some positive emotion there as well. Really good inside-out forehand.
98-95. This has been a close one all the way.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it. Like 2-point.
So for those of you wondering, new to our league, if the serve hits the net and goes over, we play that. We don't like sitting still. We want to play. All the action we can get.
That's good hands.
Oh, Dr. Touch!
I knew that one was trouble if you were Sam there again. Those are the plays that, like, maybe miss it into the net or just hit it into the ground. You know you have no way of winning the point. You're just opening yourself up to maybe a 2-point play.
And then you get the crowd going, you get the team going.
The momentum swing, too. You're giving your opponent a little bit more confidence as well. Oh, good touch there.
Good touch.
Really good save.
A little ambitious to come in after that, but
as we say in Canada, stick save.
For what?
For hockey. Come on now, stick save.
Come on.
Stick save.
We're in America.
That was a great stick save there from King.
Atlanta got rid of their hockey team.
Yeah,
I do hear they're trying to get back.
It might be coming back.
Heavy forehand. Sam does a great job handling that backhand shoulder height. That is not easy. I don't care that he has a two-handed backhand. That is still very, very difficult. Both players are finding their serve right now, but Kevin is just taking these returns so early.
I've got to tell you that every bolt so far tonight has come down to just 1 or 2 points as well. It just shows that the competition level is so good and so close. And that's going to be
a touch.
A touch.
Good touch.
King wants another one. He wants another one quick. He's feeling it. Or not. He's slowing down.
He looks at the clock. Very mature play from the veteran from Georgia Tech. He's feeling his serve. He's feeling these volleys.
Yeah, the serve and volley play is so good. Such a natural play for King.
If you're a player like him, that's where you belong. You got that great serve. Even though it's only one serve, you trust that serve. You play your game style. You roll with it. And he is letting that serve go. Are we going to see a sub for Jacksonville?
I don't think he's going to do it with only a minute and a half.
Yeah.
A little over a minute and a half left in this bolt.
But that was something you did earlier today, right?
Yeah,
you put him in a little bit towards the end just to get him going for the next one.
Exactly. The score wasn't as close as this, though.
Nope.
So it was a little different play trying to get them warmed up to get started in the next bolt coming up.
.105, 100, 41, 36, 106, 100. 6-point lead in the cumulative match. 5-point lead in this men's portion. He's continuing that serve and volley. Sam went a little bit farther back this time and got it down low. Coming up on the last minute of the second of 3 10-minute bolts. Got the cumulative match overall, but within this men's singles match, men are playing for $4,000. It is close, 42-37 this men's portion, 107, 1-1 overall.
Ooh, good rip there from King. That's just a sign to me that Sam is getting a little bit winded and tired now. He's definitely slowing down a little bit. He's taking a couple steps back. See if King throws in that serve and volley again. Slice out wide and serve and volley. There it is. That's the play.
I like
That's the lefty bread and butter.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Last point, and he doesn't rush it. I think that's a smart play. Huge fist pump right there. Atlanta 109, 102 overall. Marcelo bringing the energy, loving what he's seen from his men today, Jesse.
Yeah, look, he's got to be ecstatic with that play there from Kevin King. Again, really aggressive style. He saw that Sam was taking a couple steps back, trying to buy himself some time. But King did a great job of really pushing his way into the net. A lot of serve and volley plays, serve high percentage, a little more aggressive on the serve than what we're used to. But again, when you're feeling confident like King was here, you can see that lefty slider out wide was able to create a lot of +2 points as well. Really good bolt there from King.
Yeah, and Luke's down with the man himself, Kevin King. What you got, Luke?
I'm with the King, all right. The difference between you last week and this week, what adjustments did you have to make?
I think this week I just came out and said I want to play my game and play it on my terms, come after him. I like being aggressive, and I didn't want to play on his terms. That was the difference.
Every element, big serve and sticking those volleys, but the return game, taking it early, really was effective against him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good kick serve, and I just want to make sure I'm attacking it, not letting the ball attack me and letting him control with his forehand.
What did your team have for lunch? Because this isn't a different Atlanta team.
Yeah, we're fired up. Last week was unacceptable for us, and we're bringing it this week. We're putting it all on the line.
Go for more winners. We like winners. Let's go. The next bolt's coming up.
We like winners, we like high-level tennis, and we're certainly getting that. Jesse, this has been a heck of a match. Both teams, everybody, we've seen some great tennis so far.
Like I said, every bolt has been within a couple points, and that just goes to show the competition level and the comfort level that all these players are starting to show out here.
Marcelo getting Raul Garcia ready to play. Raul jumping in for Kevin. No Trent Bride yet, but I don't think any of these coaches have done anything wrong. We've seen some good level all around.
Sam is staying in.
He's staying in.
And still the hat.
The
and
Iron
the tag.
Man. The Iron Man. Get him that Iron Man sticker. Put that on the hat. Third and final bolt for the men. $4,000 on the line here in this men's singles portion. Doubles coming up after this. 109, 103.
Good serve. Really good serve there from Sam.
Yeah, Raul trying to take it early like Kevin was, but Sam, if he's going to serve that well, it's going to be tough.
Yep. And I don't think that's Raul's comfort zone, is taking the returns that early. He did a really good job in that first ball, taking a couple steps back, and you see him trying to step in again. See if Coach Marcelo tells him to take a couple steps back again. Give yourself a little bit of time.
Last South American I saw be comfortable taking returns inside the baseline, David Nalban.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job of that.
Raul, the big come on, fired up. 9 minutes left in this third of 3 10-minute bolts. Every 10-minute segment is called a bolt. 14 seconds in between points. 3, 2, 1. We like to play fast. We like to see action. We don't like to see towel breaks. If Sam's going to step up and attack some of Raul's serve at some point. Probably just kind of spinning it in.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why, because he has the ability to do it. He's really far back.
A lot of times, that's a chess game, right? You stand close, they finally go big. And then you stand back, and the server recognizes it, and they just roll it in. And so it's a chess game on who's going to do what.
Well, that one he definitely took a little bit earlier. When you take 2 steps inside the baseline and you hit the return to serve like that, you don't have to hit it as hard. You're just taking that much more time away from your opponent. Oh boy, here could be a 2-pointer. No.
Oh, he relaxed.
He got a little bit of a showboat shot there, JY.
Oh.
No need for the jumping forehand there, especially at this time in the bolt.
Take the hat off.
Yeah, no. That's what it was, you know.
Look, as a player, most important thing you have to do in a match, you got to keep your confidence up, right? So you have to find other things to blame. And right now, that hat has held Sam back from playing like he did last week. That's a tough serve.
Yeah.
But if I'm Raul now, I think it's time to go back. Play yourself there.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, he listened.
He heard you. Yeah, you're just forcing the errors out of Sam now. You're almost baiting your opponent to go for a little bit more than what they're comfortable with if you're Raul right now. And that's what he does when he stands far back, because he moves so well. He's like, hey, you want to try and hit a winner? Go for it.
Look, I think if you're Raul, you have seen Sam play this entire time. You test his fitness level.
You have to.
Work
100%.
the point, stand back, don't go for anything. See what he's got.
really like this camera angle right now, JY.
Look at the shape on Raul's forehand right there.
You can see the net clearance that he has.
There's our team right there in the truck.
Oh,
helping
boy.
us organize all that. Unfortunately, they couldn't help Raul after Sam hits that backhand down the line.
Wow, did he need that? That was a crucial 2-point winner there, JY.
Look at all those screens. How do you, like, that's what Trent Bride looks at when he's trading stocks.
Maybe you don't do crypto?
I will not comment on my crypto trading account. 115, 111. This match is tight. 50-47. $4,000 on the line in these last 6 minutes. They can get a lot of guac at Chipotle if they win this one. Speaking of guac, did you see that article, Taro Daniel, that came out?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, just talking about, you know, Taro Daniel, player on the ATP Tour.
Just talking about money?
Talking
I
about
did see
how
that, yeah.
he's struggling with his finances, and one of those things that came up was how he felt like he couldn't get guac at Chipotle. Well, Taro, you come to play for the Intense League. We will take care of you. We got salaries here. We got coaching expenses covered. We got travel expenses
nasty out here.
He would be nasty.
Yeah, Taro Daniel is an amazing player that possesses a lot of different weapons too.
This
Fun to
is
watch.
a call. Taro, vení acá. Yo sé que hablas español. Come on over.
And he does speak Spanish. Even though he plays for Japan, you wouldn't think that he speaks Spanish, but he trained a lot in Spain.
Yeah.
So he's fluent.
5 minutes left. 116 worth 13. Who's going to take it?
Roland went to a fresh racket there, wanted a different tension or different string. See if that makes a difference, but oh, heads up, you got to be watching at all times. Now he's going back to another one.
Look at that teamwork. I think he just lost his dampener.
Maybe, or a little.
And I think he actually went to Trent's racket.
Oh, maybe.
He went to Trent's racket.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at that teamwork. Skills there, just going. Doesn't he care about the racket he's got?
The same racket, different string. That's maybe why he lost a couple points there. I tell you, as a coach, I think whoever's in, you should always hold their extra racket in case you break string.
Put that in the suggestion box. Luke, who you got there?
I got Michaela, the captain. Michaela, your team is on fire.
Thanks. Yeah, honestly, I think we've been able to come together as a team really well today, and every single person on the team is playing a part, and I think that's when we're our best.
Coach Marcelo, it seems like he's kind of into it.
A little bit, yeah. I think he's definitely giving the Brazilian flair today, and he brings so much energy for every single point. So
now, you played at Stanford, you understand the big pressure. Now you're playing for money. How much are you thinking about that when you're competing?
honestly, not too much. I'm mostly thinking about winning for the team. I think that's the biggest thing on my mind, and also having a good match for the fans and trying to get into it.
And you get substitutions. You know, the format's amazing, but as a competitor, is it hard to stay in rhythm and really get the rhythm quickly?
That's definitely something I think both teams are really working on, is how to stay warm in between points, because as a tennis player, you're used to playing every point. So we're on the bike, we're running around, shadow swings, but you definitely see a little bit of that kind of rift in the play when you're getting subbed in.
So when I think of tennis players around the world, I don't think of a great tennis player coming from South Dakota, the Black Hills. Tell me, how did you become a great player out of South Dakota?
Yeah, so grew up in South Dakota. I ended up playing juniors there, and then my family actually moved to California when I was 12 or 13. So I learned all my technique in South Dakota, and I credit like my upbringing there to getting me to love tennis, because it was a small town and it brought the whole community together. So yeah, big South Dakota fan.
Black Hills Tennis Center. Daryl Pollock, that's for you, buddy. Go and enjoy the team.
Thank you. Thanks, Luke.
Back to you guys.
Sam's heating up here, just under 4 minutes.
Oh,
he is serving well, hitting forehands well. Jacksonville now has the lead, 120-117, and they've taken the lead in the men's portion. Double trouble.
Yeah, it's two-pointers since he's come back from that timeout from Sam. Yeah, I think he just needed to kind of get a little bit collected there. And there you see the sub for Atlanta, bringing in the Georgia Bulldog.
Trent Bride not looking at trading screens right now. He's staring at a monster on the other side. And Sam Nicholson, what a kick.
That's a
first point, you got to face that.
I got to tell you something, that was a tough sub right there. I maybe would have gone back to King because he had already played, but you're coming in cold like that against Sam, who's now starting to heat up again. Really difficult now if you're Trent.
Especially when you have women's doubles coming up next, but
Oh,
Trent's
boy.
fired up. Over the hills and through the woods, that overhead went. Trent +2.
Between the hedges, JY. Oh, okay.
Looks like Trent locked in right now. 122, 120. Trent right on the near side, getting his first action of the day and making the most of it. Looks like Sam steadying down a little bit. Good rally.
Yep.
Both players, unfortunate miss, but still good tennis for both.
I was in the dining area with Trent earlier. He was talking about our whoops together. He asked me what my age was, my real age was. And I said, what's yours first? He said, I'm 8 years younger than what I'm supposed to be. I said, you might have got me by a little bit there, Trent.
Well, you know who's going to be 8 years older by the end of the night is going to be Marcelo with his energy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. You know what's impressive? Like, obviously, we're talking a lot about the energy that Atlanta has brought. But Jacksonville's in the lead over in the overall match and in the men's portion. They have been withstanding this onslaught of energy from Atlanta very well.
And Sam has been playing every minute of the men's singles bolts. He hasn't come out. Coach Claudio, I feel like I don't think he's ever subbed him out in singles, has he?
Does he know it's a rule?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like substitutions. Because when you're doing things like that, why would you take him out? That's impressive there from Sam.
Gelato for everybody. Every winner Sam hits gelato for everybody.
Now he's telling him to take his time a little bit here. You got to milk the clock a little bit in this final minute when you're up.
This is going to be big. So 63-66 in this men's portion. 40. Well, that'd be a lot. $40,000 on the line. $4,000 on the line.
I was going to say, what are we doing here? We should be training.
Yeah, I know. And there's Trent with the quick serve. Oh, but that ball rolled back. Intensifiers didn't see it going in there. You have to reset that clock going. 27 seconds. Very important to decide who wins this men's match, even though Jacksonville has the lead right now in the overall match. Oh, big one right there. Trent's going to want that one back. That might seal the deal.
It'll seal the deal for sure for the Bolt, but does he play one more point? Yeah, he's going to have to play one more point. He's still
One
only
way or
5
another,
seconds.
Sam's buying gelato for the team on his own.
Oh, good.
Bad touch.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
okay, good touch.
I think Sam might have hoped that was going in, but well done there.
Yeah. What a play. I'm telling you, we've been talking a lot about Atlanta. We have to talk about Sam and Claudio keeping him in. Jesse.
I mean, look, I was a little hesitant of keeping him in for all 3 bolts and playing for 30 minutes, but again, take a look. He withstanded 3 different players from Atlanta back to back to back. I mean, impressive stuff there from Sam. There was a couple lulls there where maybe he went away a little bit, but Coach Claudio did a great job calling the timeout, resettling him, and he got aggressive as that last ball went on and really took advantage of it. And a couple 2-pointers to finish and take that lead.
Yeah, man, it's the hat. I told you, it's the hat. It works,
no,
right?
Sure you did.
Luke, tell him it's the hat.
Sam the Marathon Man. New hat, you had the sticker on, it's still on. It's got to be the lucky charm. 3 bolts in a row. What are you feeling right now?
Relief, I think. You know, I heard some players, they play, or when they win, they feel relief. Some players, when they win, they feel happiness. It's a bit of relief right now, I can't lie, you know. Wasn't playing my best. Just wanted to see it out, and yeah, a bit of relief.
What if I said you just won $4,000?
Really?
Yeah, you're not messing around, you're playing for cash, man.
4K for one day.
Well, you had the win and you won. What are your thoughts on the way you play?
I'm not sure. Not great, honestly, not great.
How's the team helping you?
Yeah, they're a great team, especially Coach Claudio. I mean, you know yourself, he's very experienced, and he's the only guy I want in my corner at that point.
Now, do you understand Italian? Because he switches between English and Italian.
I don't think he can help it.
That's great. Good luck in the next one. More Bolt tennis, more intense tennis coming up next.
And he is definitely relieved. What he needs, he earned a towel break right there. I mean, take a look at this. First two bolts just barely hanging in there, but that third bolt, he really fired up, Jess.
How about 65 total point wins there for Sam the Man? That was impressive stuff there. Yeah, he looked a little bit gassed at the end, but we talked about it right there in his interview with Luke. He felt a little bit relieved instead of happiness, but he was a little speechless there when he heard how much cash was on the line. It was good to see.
I know. I mean, we got to get the key to the city for Mr. Sam over there. But we're going to have the doubles portion that's going to be coming up after this. Women are going to lead it off when we come back.
I'm Luke Jensen, the former French Open doubles champion. I'm the on-court awesome for Intense Tennis. Let's do this! Tennis has always been viewed, even today, to a point as a country club sport. And Intense, to me, is this way of seeing tennis, but on steroids. When you watch it, you can't stop watching it. So these players are playing for real cash. These players are trying to use this cash to keep their tennis dreams alive. This is real. We're all in this together. We want to see tennis evolve to something great. And Intense is that. Kids want to gravitate to something. Intense hits that nerve. I want the energy. I want something to matter. I want someone on the other side who loses to feel it. Feel it in their gut, feel it in their soul, feel it in their pocketbook. And because it's team, it's even more personal. When you just lose for yourself, okay, you're not responsible for anyone outside of you. But when you lose for your teammates and they're counting on you to win for their dough and their cash, it's a big difference. So today's game needs to be upgraded, and Intense does just that. The format is extremely fun, fast-paced, and the players gravitate to every single point matters. I'm really excited to see the tennis fan that isn't used to cheering this way. When you have that relationship, now it can get pretty personal because you're trying to win a point for a lot of money. And someone in the crowd just throws you off. All of a sudden, the fans feel they're part of the action. We're not saying to be quiet. We're not saying to stay away. We're saying get involved. When you can feel the players playing every point as hard as they can, it is awesome.
The loudness and the energy, I just couldn't believe it.
I love the energy of the crowd. Let's go!
I'm gonna keep burying you into the ground as fast as I can and as deep as I can.
I enjoy when things get a little saucy.
Give me a freaking break!
Every match you play feels like it's the finals.
Fire. You want fire. And that's what the fans want to see you. That's what Intense Tennis is.
Welcome back to the Intense Arena, where last week history was made, and tonight Sam Nicholson just earned the key to Jacksonville, and we have the women's doubles that are going to try to lead things off, and Sebastian Nunez is going to nail this coin toss.
The new player that comes on has to return from the same side.
Tough to earn that key to Jacksonville. Tim Tebow's there, you know.
Heads or tails, Jacksonville?
He's your favorite. He's your best friend.
Tails is the call.
Let's get to this coin toss.
It's tails. Serve or receive. Jacksonville to serve. Good match.
Jacksonville.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah, but he lives in Jacksonville. He's from Jacksonville.
He's earned the key to Gainesville. All right.
And Tallahassee. This is great.
I'm speechless here. This guy's hurting my soul right now. As Ava just launches that forehand out. 130, Jacksonville on the far side, Atlanta 122. The first of 3 10-minute double bolts. I'm J.Y. Obone alongside Jesse Levine. We have a lot of fun. Mr. Florida Gator here on the left. Florida State for me. 1-1 in this women's doubles bolt. We got Ava Harasta serving it up with her partner Tanya Sasutskaya on the near side. On the far side, Alejandra Cruz. Miss Ferrari with Annabelle Thomas. Heavy forehand. Look looking at a chip.
Yeah, really good move there from Tanya. She saw the slice and the racket face open there from Cruz and did a good job of moving as soon as she saw that.
Rule number 7 in doubles. You see that opponent from the baseline hitting a chip, you poach 100% of the time. Good move, though. That's going to pay dividends later. One of the things we saw earlier today, Nori Adam, Kei Sharabura in the team match against the challenge team, really putting the nail in the coffin against the Jesse Levine challenge team as they were flying around and poaching. Here we go, 2 back. This is JY style.
I hate that in doubles. Come on now.
Do what it takes to win.
Yeah, but look, that didn't win.
She needs to practice it a little bit more.
I don't know.
She'll be fine.
2 back on your own serve. Sorry to say, it reminds me of 10 and under tennis.
I dominated 10 and under. Dominated. Nobody could hit topspin my backhand.
I think it's just, maybe it was just a play to give a different look. I don't think it was a permanent play there from Coach Marcelo.
132 Jacksonville on the far side, 128 Atlanta on the near side. Yeah, that's why you poach earlier. So Tanya poached, put Alejandra on notice. Now the next time she tried to chip, she knew she had to squeeze it over because Tanya was poaching and she missed it.
I think if you're cruising, you're going to hit that slice. You almost have to throw up a lob down the line. I think if you're going cross court, it's going to float too much, and Ava or Tanya at the net's going to be all over that.
Jamie Murray style.
Oh, nice.
Great reflexes by both, but it benefits the Atlanta team more. +2.
Yeah, if you're Annabelle there, you almost wanted that to hit your racket and go into the net. Not give your opponent a look at a +2 point.
Ah, the movement, I think,
look what
just threw her up. No, they didn't get set up. They didn't get set up.
On.
Give her another chance. Give her another chance.
Okay. One more chance.
If she loses the next one, then
we
I'll
can
admit.
say.
Oh, the whistle coming in from the fans right there, just as Annabelle's about to serve. The fans are liberated here.
It's not as many distractions during this match compared to the one earlier. I tell you, people were really screaming between every shot. There was a lot of out calls that sounded very similar to the electronic calls.
The biggest Seminole club is in Atlanta, and you're a Gator, so of course.
They weren't cheering against. They don't know that.
Oh, I told them.
No, come on.
I sent the message.
Well, I wasn't playing.
I lived here for 12 years.
I wasn't playing. I'll tell you, when I played in college and I played a match at Ole Miss, that was a pretty rough crowd. You would toss the ball and they would yell at you while the ball was in the air. Surprised we're not seeing more of that tonight.
And they're probably feeding you some fried gators too.
Yeah, maybe. Say it tastes like chicken.
136, 133 Atlanta on the near side. Tanya serving up. Let's see if Annabelle can find those early forehand returns. 6 minutes left in this first of 3 10-minute bolts. Men's doubles coming up after this. All right, this is chance number 3. Come on, make me look good.
See, that enables her to hit the slice.
No, yeah, I told you.
Oh, come on.
Still alive.
Stop that.
Still
was
alive.
Lucky that won that point. Come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Opportunity number 4 to go 50%.
Okay, let's see. Oh, she served a volley. It doesn't count. Just telling you.
Yeah, it doesn't count anymore.
Counts in my favor now. She came to the net.
No. But she started too bad.
Okay.
Now she's won 50%.
Maybe they should come in together. Let's just start a new formation.
This is going to be
Start both back and they both run in after the serve. Let's see that one.
Best of 5.
Here
Come
go.
on.
Both go in. Go. No, they're staying back. Both go in.
They're doing just fine. Back. Leave them alone. They're doing just fine.
Both go in. One goes in. I don't want to cheer against somebody, but I got to prove a point.
I'm not ready to give up on them. They'd won 2 out of the last 3.
Okay.
So
you keep telling yourself that.
Blame everybody else, everybody but yourself during a match.
That was better backhand there from Cruz. And a good poach, yeah. Cruz hit over that backhand, gave Annabelle a chance to really cross on that play. That was well done there.
+2, go back, serve on the same side. 140, 136, Jacksonville with the lead in the overall match. That's that poach right there. That's a little scar tissue in Tanya. Annabelle faking it left to right, and then Tanya pushes wide, trying to avoid Annabelle. One serve, one toss rule for those of you just joining us on Twitch. Make sure that you're following us. Click that beautiful heart right there. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. as Tampa had their shot against Atlanta.
Another great move there from Annabelle.
Great.
Yeah, be careful. She almost hit the net. That would have been close.
You see a timeout. Both coaches trying to lead their team right now. Some good doubles action.
Yep.
Relax, it's fine, it's normal, this happen.
Okay.
You just want to have a jumping, no, you jump back.
Okay.
You want to jump inside, breathe well, use your voice, like, ah! Imagine it's a good first serve, nothing is a second serve. It's a big kicks first. I saw you play your videos. You can play good motion, just your type, it's normal, okay? A lot of forehands. And when she returns, you stay back.
Okay.
And when you have a chance, you go to the net, okay? Okay, but you do a great job at the net. Good. When she
Stay aggressive.
Way up. So on the count of 3, when I say this is tennis, you guys are gonna say turn up. 1, 2, 3. This is tennis.
Miss Intense getting this crowd going. So cool to see Alejandra Cruz, Annabelle Thomas, rivals in the ACC when Annabelle was playing for Clemson, Alejandra for Georgia Tech. But here they're on the same team, and Annabelle, wow,
Yeah, I
fired.
thought, yeah, that was a good rip there.
Her bat, all right. Good form. Yeah, it sounds like I'm cheering for him. I gotta stop. All right, I am not biased.
Yep.
Great motion.
Really solid volley there from Annabelle at the net.
Great fake, great timing, great understanding of when to move. This is like Jensen brother tennis right now.
There'd be a lot more pegging, body bagging if it was Jensen brother tennis, I'll tell you that.
Well, Annabelle's almost gotten some skin.
Luke can't help himself. I'm telling you right now, I've played him in a lot of exhibitions before as well. He just goes after you every time. You just got to be ready, on guard at all times.
It's live ball, man. I mean, here you got the Hebrew hammer. He's coming at your face. This is my moneymaker. Look at this. This is Shrek, man. You can't mess with Shrek. That's what I'm talking about. No, to me, I just love this format because you have to be engaged every single heartbeat, every swing. You're thinking about the next move, and the coaches are so engaged. It's awesome. The fans are going nuts here.
Luke, you guys talk about doubles exhibition. I heard a great one with you in Japan with your brother a little while back. I heard there was some good movement there.
Japan? I do remember when the Bryant brothers were like 10 and we smoked them. I mean, the thing is, that's the only one we ever got after that. They remembered. I mean, they were just, little guys. But, you mess with the dogs, you get the bite.
I was talking to Luke earlier in the dining room. I said, hey, when you play the Bryans in exhibitions, well, you got to earn every single game. It is not a fun, just kind of hit around. So he asked me if I played them this year. I said, yeah. He said, how many games you get? I said, Delpo and I lost 4-4. He goes, boy, that was a hard-earned 4-4. I tell you that. And you said, what did you say when you played with Murph against them? It was the closest 1-1 you ever played.
They make it so much fun. It was 1-0.
Oh, no.
And the fans were going nuts, and they just make you feel that you're embarrassed to be a tennis player on the court.
Yeah, they're not exhibition-style
That's right.
players.
That's
you
right.
know who else wasn't an exhibition-style player? It was Jay Berger.
Oh, jeez. Talk about a hammer, huh? That dude. The tomahawk serve. He's got the Prince Pro, the metal thing. Man.
Speaking of hammers right there, Annabelle laying it down with a +2 forehand winner, 150-143 as we're coming up in our last minute of this women's doubles portion.
She touched it. That was a good touch. Good touch there. Annabelle, again, kind of not happy with herself, giving Tanya a good look at that +2 there, but again, good touch from her partner.
Jack, one up, one back. I don't know about that. 40 seconds left. Big forehand by Ava.
Yeah, Ava's got some real firepower on that forehand side. Makes it tough for the net player to try and make a move on that, but I like Annabelle trying to help her partner out there, really going for the cross early.
15 seconds left, gonna have a last point or two here.
Oh! forehand, huge moment in this bolt as well, and she's going to let this clock run out.
That is all thanks to the polyester in her racket. That would not happen with multi-filament. What a forehand by Alejandro, 153-145 to help her team have an 8-point lead. As we go take a look at some of the highlights here. Jessie, man, that was some fun doubles.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun doubles. A lot of movement there at the net. We saw some funky formations there you and I were talking about, but really well done there, especially from Annabelle and her partner Cruz. That slice didn't really do the job at the beginning, and then she started hitting over the backhand to really help her partner out. But again, a lot of +2s in the doubles, a lot of points happening, and again, really big hitting there from all 4 players. Fun to watch.
Yeah, just some good tennis back and forth. We've seen it from the start in the women's singles match all the way through right now. It is going to be tight. Good tennis all around. Ava with some good backhands, but Annabelle Thomas just flying around. The people able to poach have been very important today. Speaking of poachers, Luke, you got him there.
Explosive tennis. You guys are down by 1. The clock is going down. Did you hit any strings on that ball when you hit a winner?
I feel like yes, I guess. I hope.
Which one exactly?
This is the lucky one, you see? It's a little bit moved. This is the one.
There you go. That's the winner one.
That's the one right here, clean impact.
Well, that one right there was worth $4,000. That's gonna pay for like me going to Mellow Mushroom.
I love Mellow Mushroom. It's great. It's great.
What makes this team so special?
I mean, we just have great team chemistry. We have a great coach, and we're fired up to win.
So you got men's doubles. What's going to be the strategy for you guys?
Well, support them, of course, and then be ready for mixed doubles, like keeping the energy. Yeah.
Go get them. The men's bowl doubles coming up. Let's get some tags. Let's hit them.
We got the crowd going here as we're about to get the men's doubles portion of this match out. Miss Intense with the crowd here, getting them rolling. Sold out crowd tonight at the Intense Arena in Decatur, Georgia. Men's doubles coming up right now. Looks like we're gonna have Martin Gutierrez leading things off with the Ninja. Max Benson, Raul Garcia on the near side with Kevin King, and a great volley. You know he's gonna bring the fire, Martin.
It's a heck of a volley to start with.
Jeez.
Really good depth on that backhand volley.
Got a little bit of a Pete Sampras flick right there in his serve.
Do that again.
Yeah. And down.
Yeah, good eye.
Martin serving well. 156, 145,
Yep.
biggest lead
They're
right
pulling
now.
away a little bit right now.
This is what
Couple
Jacksonville
consecutive
did
points.
very well last week.
Yeah.
When they got to the doubles, Martin really helped his team fly around, push up for me, but they'll take it as
Yeah.
they're still up by 10. Kevin King to serve.
Oh. I think Max thought that that was in. He was definitely eyeing that down. He was about to go crazy with that. Thought he had a +2 winner there. Yeah. That's unintentional. He didn't mean to hit it that close to them.
It's
But
okay,
again, that
Jensen
serve came
rules,
fast, yeah.
everything goes. That's tough. Raul loves that ball to sit up a little bit, but the lefty hook slider, hate you guys. That's a tough return for those of us that like that ball a little higher.
That's something I've been really impressed with Max Benson with his serve. You know, with the one serve rule, he gives pretty good pace behind that serve, especially being lefty, can really cause trouble for his opponents. And I see them both staying back on the return.
Just under 8 minutes left. 3 10-minute bolts here in doubles. This is number 2. Mixed doubles coming up after this. +2. Atlanta crowd is loving it. That kick, he's really starting to roll.
Yeah.
The commands are firing up. Look at his communication here.
They don't mind that return there. out of position. If he went in, he could have given King another look at a two-pointer. Oh, that's going to be tough. Oh, no. He had a sitter there. Why didn't he go for the Jensen body bag? It's a good little run here. Good little run here. Timeout.
That's a good timeout.
Yeah, he felt the momentum. Big swing there.
Atlanta was really picking it up. They were down 11, got it to within 6, but they were really picking it up. Man, so close. A couple of
That's a quick timeout there from Coach Claudio there. And almost just under 3 minutes in to that bowl.
Those of you looking on the screen right now on Twitch, make sure you get your phones out, scan that QR code. Our challenge series is your shot if you think you can earn a spot on the challenge team on Saturdays. Thursday and Fridays our qualifier. Open to all. Raul Garcia is going to try to serve it up here and continue the momentum for Atlanta. Max Benson, far side, awaiting the return. El Capitan, forehand guy, his partner at the net, Martin Gutierrez. Play. Oh,
yeah.
cross two.
Yeah, and that's credit to Coach Marcelo there. He said kick it up to both backends, both players here. It'll really set up Kevin, especially at the net there. He's able to be aggressive. He's going back to the back end. Yeah, good play there for Max.
That's where the I formation comes in play, makes it a little bit easier for you as a server to squeeze that serve down the tee against a lefty. But Max was waiting for it. You know, Raul's got that snake forehand. You don't really want to be rushed too much with that snake forehand.
Oh, he'll take that.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
No apologies here, sir. Yeah, I think we're going to take a look at the score. I think we've got a little bit of a scoreboard's a little off. Let's see if they decide to award that point. But Jesse, man, they are really ramping it up here for Atlanta, playing very well. With the fans standing up at the top of the deck there. We have an upper deck. You can look straight down this court. This court goes vertical. It's not like a bowl that goes out to the side. There is not one bad seat in the house. You can see Marcelo's sweat pouring down from the side of his hat. For those of you ready to come out tomorrow, 2 p.m., we're going to be back at it. Tampa's going to have their shot against this high-energy, high-flying Atlanta team here at the Intense Arena.
They never had 31, though.
They never, we just hit a winner.
36-30.
36-30.
Sometimes things are so fast here, even the scorekeeper can't keep up sometimes. 6 minutes left in this men's doubles portion. 160, 158 overall. Jacksonville maintained a very small lead.
That's 2 bad misses there from Raul, especially that volley. You saw Coach Marcelo tell him to hit it down. Can't miss that long one, especially when you're on top of the net.
Not sure how much time Bolivians spent at the net. That's a big forehand.
Yeah.
That's a big come on by Kevin. Ooh, that was close.
Yep.
Good hands by Max.
Oh! Down the middle solves the riddle.
Who needs a volley when you got a forehand like that?
Yeah. Field goal. It's good. Perfect forehand there from Raul.
Wouldn't know anything about field goals at Florida State.
You said it, not me.
I know, it's okay. Better to talk about it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
162-161, Jackson with a 1-point lead. But Atlanta has the lead in the doubles portion, 39-33. That's where you see the 2 scores there in each player's category. They are playing for prize money, and then they have the overall match. And Raul forehand puts him, boom, +2.
Atlanta's taking the lead. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. We're da-da-da, da-da-da. That was pretty nuts there on the ankles there from Kevin King. I didn't even see that ball.
I tell you who did see it. Bob Bryan just came on his phone right there. That is not Mike Bryan helping him out there. Oh, man.
That was pretty nuts. You're going to have to put that in on the highlight reel.
165, 163. Atlanta 2-point lead. Serving to the forehand. Don't let him run around it. That's tough to handle that.
Oh! King is feeling it now, John Eves.
He's feeling it. The crowd's feeling it. No gelato for Team Jacksonville right now.
As soon as Raul was winding up in that forehand, King was just rushing into the net.
Oh! This guy's on fire!
Yeah.
Oh.
Things are getting heated.
This is good tennis.
Hey, this is Jensen tennis, 2-point tennis, baby.
Yes.
He's loving this right now. See his arms up in the air over there.
Someone's gonna have to massage Luke's shoulders because he's been fist pumping with all the winners tonight.
Oh. Good hand there for Max. Come on.
Oh, man.
Martin just couldn't get out of the way of that last one, but really good hands there for both guys at the net, especially with King and Raul both ripping at them.
The intensity in this arena right now, the roof is gonna blow off.
Yeah, well, Martin is dialing in on that forehand, especially on the return right now. He's being aggressive, getting it low at the feet.
Capitan trying to keep his team in it. Atlanta's got a 2-point lead in the overall match. This crowd really trying to get their home team to win, but Jacksonville's hanging in.
Oh, just missed it.
He's gonna lose some sleep over that one.
Yeah, Max just not connecting on that first volley, JY. He's gonna want that one back. He had a good look, especially on that forehand side above the shoulders. You gotta do a lot more with that one.
The thing is, the one thing you hate as a volleyer at the net is when you have these heavy forehands that are dipping so much.
Yeah.
And Raul is just, even though that ball stayed high, there's just so much action on it, it's tough to follow at times. Hearing the Vamos is picking up in the crowd. Did you get a little skin on that?
Oh! Whoa, hello. Wow.
Jensen
that
time!
Was a bullet. Bullet there from Martin.
What a return.
Oh, it's gonna go long.
That one was gonna go straight to the Ion Sports sign.
Might have hit the American flag behind the court.
I think Max was just protecting his flag. Man, I need a timeout. Thank you all. I'm gonna lose my voice, man.
No, come on.
This is fired
Yeah,
up.
it is exciting, but it's so awesome to see, especially the fast pace and the reactions at the net and the ripping forehands. I mean, it's all kind of coming together in this men's doubles bowl. That was incredible tennis, so fun to watch.
Yeah, and the crowd just getting into it. Luke's fist pumping over there.
Yeah.
This is what we wanted tonight.
There's only 50 seconds left in this bowl, too. I like a little timeout call there to kind of gain the composure again. Felt it kind of swinging the other way. There was definitely multiple momentum swings in that so far.
Who called the timeout? I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure it was Marcelo.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he felt his guys needed a little breather there.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Mixed doubles coming up next. 50 seconds left here.
Oh, no.
Oh, they were just too
No.
I think Raul needed to get out of the way a little bit.
He did. King had the overhead on the racket. That would have been a big swing, too.
Great poach. Forehand, flying around, moving,
Oh,
falling. Oh! You guys are moving like a jigsaw puzzle. To the forehand with the poach.
Oh, good hands there for Max.
Man,
Good hands.
I'm
That's a
gonna
big
clap for this. This
yeah,
is great.
big two-pointer there. Big two-pointer.
Man.
That's a huge moment there to get that overall score. They're going to let this clock run out.
Great touch. Yeah, no, that's a great way to finish that bolt. Settle things in. Max Benson, Atlanta flying through, but Jacksonville keeps answering.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is neck and neck right now. It's only a 2-point difference right now. Atlanta has a small lead.
Gosh, look at these. They're getting the crowd going. Raul's getting his kick serve going. Kevin's flying.
Yeah, there was a moment there in that bowl where Kevin King was just on fire. Nothing was phasing him. He was moving all over the net. He really took the initiative here, and Raul's doing a good job of setting him up. And you see King just all over the net there. I give him MVP of that bowl so far. It was pretty high-level tennis there from all four, but King with the MVP there of that bowl.
Well, my MVP is Marcelo. Luke, can you tell Marcelo thank you for calling that timeout for me?
Bolts, you have a 2-point lead. It comes down to this. What's your thought?
I mean, it doesn't get much more exciting than this, right? Like, that's what we want. And now it's going to come down to who's got more of this. I just feel like I want my team to stay aggressive. They did a phenomenal job poaching and really taking advantage of that. I'm going to expect the same from the mix now.
You've been playing different formations on the serves, on the returns. Are you going to show a lot of variance in this thing?
I'm actually giving the players a lot of freedom to make that call. You know, whatever they're feeling comfortable with.
What do you think Jacksonville's doing well right now?
I actually think they're doing a phenomenal job returning. So we got to be really attentive. I told my players, they're ripping the balls down the line a lot. So if we're going to stay one up, one back, we got to be ready to handle that ball down the line.
Which team is going to win the energy battle here?
Come on, man. What kind of question is
Come
that?
on!
Let's go, ATL!
This is it. It comes down to this bowl right now.
Tick-tock, time is money. And I got a lot of time for money.
Time is money. Money's on the line. Mixed doubles. Everything is decided here. The match, the doubles portion, this crowd, this victory tonight. Who's going to take it? I'm fired up. Everybody's fired up. 174, 172. Match of the season so far. Atlanta has a 2-point lead. Martin Gutierrez, the captain on the far side, serving with Annabelle Thomas. Kevin King for Atlanta on the near side, serving with Ava Haraster. That's some nerves, you know, it's understandable. I mean, it's been some high quality.
Just got off the court. I know, it's a big moment in the match.
It's tough.
They both were just playing. It's unacceptable.
Great.
Oh, that's good stuff there from Ava.
Tough inside-out backhand volley. Don't think they teach that one in the Alta Leagues.
Better give quick signals here. That serve clock is running low.
Oh,
yeah, she got called. She got called serve
yeah.
violation.
Only
serve violation, yeah.
Only 14 seconds in between points.
Yeah.
Took a little bit too long. That's the hard part with this. You got to
Yeah.
get your signals in quick. You do want to communicate, but you got to do it quick.
Good pickup.
What a volley.
Yeah, it's a sick volley there from Martin.
That's a sick
yeah,
volley.
Yeah, made it look pretty effortless too. Just kept the racket, kept a good firm wrist there, good stick.
Rumor has it he got a gold star at the Bryan Brothers doubles camp.
They gave out stars?
Gold ones.
What?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yep, on your notebook.
On your notebook.
.178, 176, 2-point lead. The overall portion. Big lefty serve to Martin's backhand. You know, he's done his best to get back into position after he tore some ligaments in a tough fall in the match. put himself in a great position leading his team to victory last week. Trying to do the same today, but it's tough when you got that lefty serve coming into your backhand.
That's a great return there from Annabelle. Not letting that lefty serve play you. You got to be aggressive and play the ball. Do not let the ball play you, especially when King's able to put that kind of kick and slice on it. Oh, good touch, good touch, good touch. He had it. I think Martin had more time than he thought there.
Luke, you got some fans there.
We do have the fans. Talk about fanatics. Jose here has been up on his feet the entire time. Right behind the Atlanta bench. Jose, what do you like about this format?
I mean, it's intense the entire time. Yeah.
Are you a tennis player?
Sure, yeah. A little. I play tennis. I'm not a tennis player.
So when you see this isn't like Wimbledon, right? This isn't country club. This is next level.
Yeah, it is definitely next level. The fact that they have to keep moving and moving and moving just makes it just so much more fun.
Who's been your favorite player so far?
The whole team. I mean, Team Atlanta, they're just really, really good, all of them.
Yeah, this coach Marcelo, I think he's got a future in this sport. I think he needs a contract with a caffeine company.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So what do you think about your Atlanta team?
They're doing fantastic. They were down a little bit, and they've been fighting to come on back, so they're doing really, really well.
Make some noise, buddy.
Yeah, I will, man. Go ATL. Let's go, baby.
ATL!
ATL right there, unfortunately, with that +2 by Annabelle, is now up by 1 in the overall portion.
Oh.
2 +2s by Annabelle. Great poaching.
Really good two-pointers in a row there from Annabelle at the net. Oh, Martin's going to want that one back. I love the
I think they're both on the
positivity.
same side. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
pumped
yeah.
up.
They're changing again.
184, 182.
No, that's not going to be good.
Big
That was good.
Yeah.
Too good. You're Annabelle, that you're probably pretty happy that didn't go over the net.
Yeah.
Again, got to be smart about it.
Yeah,
Good job backing up. And
Two
there's a
things
timeout.
going on. Got a timeout right there. So in the overall doubles portion, whoever wins this doubles portion will take $4,000. But then you got the overall match. Everything is on the line. We've had a lot of matches that towards the end, things got carried away. Let's see what Marcelo's going to do. Tell Ava to keep things up ahead.
So sometimes it's better to maybe just be one step back, so when you go for the volley, you can actually step in. So you end up making contact with the ball at the same place, but starting further back.
183, Jacksonville 184. Here we go.
I like that advice there from Marcelo. It's saying take a couple steps back to your starting point. You're still going to end up hitting the ball from the same spot, but you get that momentum going forward. That's good coaching there.
Just under 6 minutes. It's been as close as you can imagine. No one's ever been able to pull away. Kevin King served up for Atlanta.
Wow! How about that?
What a forehand!
That was an insane serve and even better return there from Annabelle.
Annabelle said,
Let's
"Go
let us scream."
Tigers!"
Oh. Yeah, it's not going to work. You're playing at the net person, then Martin's starting to close. That's another two-pointer. They've really been capitalizing on those two-point volley winners.
+2's been huge for them.
Able to pull away just a tiny bit now. That's a good return there from Ava. Really good pop behind that forehand. In the last 5 minutes, JY, coming down to it, this is going to be a barn burner. And the bolt score is almost back to even. Good little run here from Team Jacksonville. Oh! Big two-pointer there from King.
Sliding it in.
A little bit of miscommunication there from Jacksonville. Just moved a little bit too soon. Both moved the same way. Oh no, gets a freebie.
That's from Annabelle running around and tagging his serve earlier. He tried to sneak it out wide and missed it. He knows he's got to be careful with that forehand. Tiger will bite. Marcelo won it earlier in the singles match, trying to find Annabella's backhand. One of the few times, definitely got a better forehand. Let's see if Ava can make this serve right here. Hasn't served too well today. Great serve. To the forehand. Has a clean hit, barely missed it.
I feel like sometimes it's tough for Ava to really watch that serve clock because her motion takes a little bit to develop, so.
She's gonna have to find her new routine in between points with 14 seconds here. Great defensive pickup. 3 minutes left, 1 point lead for Jacksonville. Atlanta has
oh my goodness.
Annabelle!
Right when you need it too. That's unbelievable return there from Annabelle. She's had the forehand return has been on fire all day long. Both inside out when she was playing singles and now in doubles. She's taking it so early.
And just trading forehands right now. Annabelle definitely has the most winners, but Ava's letting it fly as well. Not afraid of the moment. Under 3 minutes. Every part of this match is close.
Oh man.
Martine caught trying to run around and backhand that lefty slider. Randy Johnson. Finally finds the backhand.
Now that one, Ava let go. Do you think even if it's going just a little bit out, you take that out of the air for an easy 2-point angle if you have it?
You know.
Oh no. I don't know. You're not thinking like that right now because it's so close, but if it's just floating there and it's just going to go a little bit out and you have a clean look at hitting a 2-point winner, you take it.
Yeah.
So it's hard to think about it in the moment when it's so close like this.
Ooh, I think we got a foot fault, you know.
Wrong server.
Wrong server.
Wrong server.
Oh, that's tough. The clock is still rolling here. Ava's got to take advantage. 3, 2, 1. Claudio can argue, but the clock keeps rolling. And that's a freebie right there because they're so caught up on that. They got to move
things
on.
can get a little bit chaotic. If Claudio, maybe you take one time out to kind of settle it down again.
No ties here.
On the court.
He's probably speaking Italian right now. Atlanta's taking a 2-point lead in the overall match. They got a bigger lead in the doubles portion. It's all on the line here in this last minute.
Martine, yeah. This is going to come down to crunch time now. This is what we came to see.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, 2-pointer.
What a moment
no
for
touch.
It.
No touch there, 2-pointer. That's a big swing there.
Coming up on a minute.
Oh, boy. Oh! And what an answer there from Ava. Forehand winner. The 2-point swing is back.
1 point lead for Atlanta in the overall portion. 45 seconds left. Clocks are yellow.
Oh no.
2-point lead. 40 seconds left.
He's gonna melt the clock now, JY.
Take his time.
Really good hands there from Ava.
He's gonna tell him to slow it down. Are they gonna be able to run the clock out? Did you just miss this one in the net? They're not gonna have time for 3 points.
I would just go for a big first serve.
Oh,
I would have gone for it. He's got 10
go
seconds.
Do you go for it? Do you go for the ace?
You gotta have gone for the ace, but it's
You
over.
had to go for it. That's gonna do it. Atlanta's gonna win. Oh my gosh, 200 to 197. Oh my gosh, what a match.
Good job.
Gosh, there is no loser in that match. What a duel. I'm speechless right now. 200 to 197. Atlanta takes 2 of the 3 matches, so they take a bigger share of the prize money, but they take the overall team as well. Jesse, what a match.
Yeah, that was an incredible finish there. I feel like Martin was really rushing to try and get another point in there, but really with that amount of time left, you're down 2, you had to go for it. You should have went for the big serve maybe, but you can say in the moment we're watching, and look at some of these replays here, some of the points there towards the end were incredible. And the way both players were really ripping on the men's side, right? At the forehand side too, it was incredible. And the reactions from Annabelle and Ava at the net were just insane. So it was really fun mixed doubles there to watch at the end to finish.
So much movement, the +2s, Annabelle doing an incredible job. I think the difference maker was Kevin finally able to find the backhands of the returners, something he was struggling with.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of 2-pointers there towards the end of that mixed doubles both there as well. So it's really important to notice how many of those were really a crucial factor.
We're going to send it down to Luke, who's got not 1, not 2, but the entire team Atlanta.
Darn right, we got the ATL here. Coach, you're 0-2 going into this. It's almost a must-win for you.
No doubt. You know, like every match is a must-win. But obviously after a tough weekend, we felt like we had to come in and kind of show what we're made of. You know, credit to this amazing team. They stepped up. And I think the deciding factor today was the unity that we showed.
What did you learn about your team with all this pressure tonight?
That whenever it comes down to the wire and they play together, they'll get the job done.
Yeah, let's go to King. You're a machine tonight. Mixed doubles, you're stepping on the court, and you know you and Ava have to produce or you go to 0-3.
Yeah, it was Ava really stepped up there. Marcelo did a great job firing all of us up, and the team had great unity out here, so I just wanted to play for them.
Okay, Ava, come on. All those balls are going at you. You played at such high level so long. What was the pressure like stepping on the court for mixed?
I mean, Marcelo was just telling us to go for our shots and to play smart, and so I was a little nervous at first, but he was like, trust your volleys, you're a good player, you're tall, you have the range, so at the end I was just like, I'm gonna go for it.
How about this intense energy? Your fans, the ATL fans.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I feel like everyone was on our side. We had so many people here tonight supporting us, like friends and family, so it was just a really good environment.
Congratulations. ATL on fire.
Man, that was incredible. Team unity, absolutely the right move. Everybody did their part right there. Marcelo being the spark that really helped them push over. And let's take a look at the recap for today. I mean, look at those bolts right there. It just seemed like no one could have a big bolt. We've seen in other matches where teams are getting out to 30, 40-point leads, but not here. 24-23, that was so close in the women's. Get to the overall portion right there. It came down to the doubles, Jesse.
It came down to 1 point really at the end there. We had a chance to tie it up at the end and maybe force it to go a little bit longer, but incredible tennis all around from both players, from both teams at the end there, Atlanta and Jacksonville. That was what we all came here to see. That's why you and I are out here calling this match, and it was special. Well done to both coaches too. I thought that was incredible coaching from the timeouts to the substitutions. It was really overall well played out match there for both.
Fair to say it's the best match we've seen of the year?
For sure, hands down.
And how important the coaches to manage all that. It's tough. I feel bad for Jacksonville. I mean, they hung around with so much energy from the crowd going against them, but they did a great job, really.
Yeah, I think you had Max Benson there on the bench, especially at the beginning, really getting them fired up. I feel like they did a great job of kind of blocking that out throughout the whole time and all the bolts. It didn't really get to them. Maybe at the end there, the crowd really kind of pulled behind Atlanta and pulled them through. But I think Jacksonville did a great job of blocking that out throughout the whole match and not letting them phase them.
Yeah, they did a great job. Unfortunately, it came down to that one last point. Absolutely incredible finish. Tomorrow, when we come back, we're going to have Tampa with their chance to try to hold this crowd back against Atlanta. Jesse and I will be back one more time, 2 p.m. tomorrow. For tonight, thank you, everybody.